Never thought I'd be tangled in your sheets. Tell me why, oh tell me why. I never thought you'd leave me right here by myself. Baby, I don't wanna lose you. Baby, I don't wanna never thought I'd be tangled in your sheets. Tell me why, oh tell me why. I never thought you'd leave me right here by myself. Baby, I don't wanna lose you. Baby, I don't wanna I'm gonna make you stay. I think we could be something so good. If only you would love me like you should. I'm gonna make you stay. I think we could be something so good. If only you would love me like you should. Oh baby, la 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 me now. Something I turn your heart around. Oh baby, la 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 me now. Oh. I'm gonna make you stay. I think we could be something so good. If only you would love me like you should. I'm gonna make you stay. I think we could be something so good. If only you would love me like you should. Oh baby, la 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 me now. Say that I turn your heart around. Oh baby, la 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 me now. Oh baby, la 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 me now. Say that I turn your heart around. Oh baby, la 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 me now. Listen to me closely this time, I won't let this go. You're the reason I'm confused, now I will lose control. Oh, if you'd open up your eyes and let me know. I think we could be something so good. I'm not gonna let you walk away. Oh baby, la 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 me now. Say that I turn
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Intel Plays Rumbles, our celebration during Intel Gamer Days, where we take game within a game. We are making almost any game competitive, and I am very, very excited about this. And I, myself, am joined by one of my favorite humans on the planet, Trisha Hirschberger. And for those who don't know who you are, please introduce yourself and just grace the world with your presence.
Roby, what an introduction. My goodness, I was not prepared for that. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today. My name is Trisha Hirschberger, like Roby said, and I normally get to talk about all the things that I love, namely tech, gaming, collectible toys, sci-fi, comics, and fantasy. That kind of wraps it up. But I get to do that for a living, so I feel very, very fortunate to be able to do that. And honestly, I'm so excited to be here with all of you today for Intel Plays Rumble. I love the idea for this show, and I cannot wait to see it in action.
And it's very exciting, guys, because even from when we had our first episode on Thursday, we have already listened to your feedback, we've already made changes, and this round is going to be even better. And the fact is, we're playing, when you can take anything, a game that is so new, and we've made it competitive with our game within a game, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. In fact, let's introduce our game. Let me show you Intel Plays Rumble. So the way that Intel Plays Rumbles work is that we have our streamers. They are our competitors, and what they do is they're going to play Star Wars Outlaws, and by doing things in Star Wars Outlaws, they're going to punch, kick, and fight their way to defeat their opponent and hopefully unlock amazing prizes for you, their communities. Now, a couple things you may have noticed. Number one, you can see that 45. That's right, we actually have a timer built into this. So when it's basically, that will count down so you guys will know when the actual round is going to end. The other thing too is when the round starts, it'll actually say fight, which is actually super cool. And again, we have sound effects, we have music, we have all of that stuff. And so when you are basically, this is a full game built on top of other games, so that way you guys can enjoy this amazing event. Now, it is powered by our 4 streamers. And so I get the joy of introducing our first one, Astrocross, who is basically taking care of Team Asus. So we're going to bring up the graphic right now for all 4 of our streamers real quick, and we're going to introduce them. So starting with Astrocross, Team Asus, he's basically, not only is Astrocross a legend in the Destiny 2 community, which is like his game of choice, he got gold tier win in the first Rumble last week. And he risked it all for that Godric takedown, and he unlocked the amazing, not only the giveaway, not only the RG Strix G16 laptop that you're seeing there, which we'll talk a little bit more about as well, but he also unlocked that Intel swag kit, and he gave away a 14900K to his amazing audience. And let's deep dive real quick on that laptop that we're giving away from Astrocross. Again, if you want to join him, head over to twitch.tv/Astrocross. That's how you're going to do that. But let's bring up the laptop real quick. This is the Asus Strix G16. It's got a 16-inch FHD 165 hertz display. That means 1080p. We got a Core i7-13650HX. It's powered by an NVIDIA RTX 4060, 1 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe drive, and it has 16 gigs of DDR5, which you can upgrade absolutely if you want to. So that is Astrocross and Asus. Who do we got next, Trisha?
And honestly, I have to say that G16 is so nice. I got hands on that baby yesterday,
That's
and
right.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, next up in our competitors, we've got Lulu Lovely. Now, Lulu Lovely is with Team Lenovo for today. She is an Apex legend herself and a fierce competitor. Now, Lulu Lovely put on an incredible show during last week's Rumble. I loved watching that, pulling out a clutch win in round 1 to make it to the gold tier. So today, mayhaps we could be seeing her redemption arc. I am here for it. And again, Lulu Lovely, if she wins one, will be able to grace her community with a Lenovo Legion. You can see this right here, the different specs for this Lenovo Legion. It's a Legion Pro. And it's got a 14th gen Intel Core i9. It's 165 hertz, beautiful, gorgeous 16-inch display, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060, 1 terabyte solid state drive storage there, as well as 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. This is a beautiful, beautiful PC, and I'm excited to see someone take it home today.
Yeah, and I'm excited too. And then let's bring up the competitors one more time, because I know we're excited about the laptops, but next up, we got Jericho. And Jericho was the man with the plan last time, but none of those plans panned out. But those, and it kind of fits with this thing that because he's basically, He is the very definition of tenacious. I think he fought the Tree Sentinel for probably 45 minutes of the entire hour and a half.
That is admirable.
And we saw a lot of high-risk moves from him in the last round that eventually earned him basically silver, so he's still unlocked that 14,700K, but he fought for every point he got. And we're hoping that we're going to see him maybe enter the gold tier. I know he's got plans. He's probably the one who's prepped the most for this by playing Star Wars Outlaw. And he was Star Wars Outlaws, and he is representing Team HP, and he's giving away an Omen 16.1. So then when, again, Core i7 14650HX, we have basically another 16-inch FHD 1080p 144Hz screen, that RTX 4060, a 1 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe drive. This one has 32 gigs of RAM, so a little bit of an edge there.
Hey-o.
And look at that I/O. We got ports for days. So again, if you want to go support him, head over to twitch.tv/Jericho, and that's how you're going to be eligible to win potentially that prize. And remember, supporting your favorite streamer is how you unlock these prizes. So you might be looking at these. Maybe this is a streamer you haven't done before.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, I'd love to check him out and maybe even win one of these epic laptops, which would be cool.
Great opportunity to find some new streamer to watch on Twitch. And I love that you brought that up too, Roby, in terms of how people can win these awesome giveaways that we have for Intel Plays Rumble. So go support your streamers. They're awesome. And speaking of streamers,
oh yeah, the last but not least.
yes, for Team Acer, we have Noisy Butters. Now, Noisy came into the competition at a bit of a disadvantage last week, but remained completely unbothered by the challenges of Elden Ring. Regardless, I don't know that anyone has as much fun as Noisy Butters. And that's what I love about Noisy Butters personally. I'm here for the fun of it all. But folks, don't take the cheery disposition for her being a pushover. Oh no. Oh no. She's a fierce competitor. And today, she is working with Acer. So we've got an Acer Predator Helios here, rocking a 14th gen Intel Core i9, of course, because we're here for Intel Gamer Days, shouting out the awesome deals going on until September 15th. On devices like this Acer, in fact. And this Acer Predator Helios also has a 165 Hz 16-inch display, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060 GPU, 1 terabyte SSD, 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, and lots of ports as well. Again, ports for days. I feel like when we're talking about streaming, ports for days is very important.
And that's the thing I like about each one of these laptops. Maybe you're watching this, you want to be an aspiring streamer. You know, the cool thing is every one of these things are things that you can get as part of the Intel Gamer Days deals, whether that's 13th and 14th gen CPUs, laptops like we're showcasing. You did an Amazon stream, I did an Amazon stream, lots of things to go and check out still.
Desktop CPUs for the builders out there.
And there's still 5 days to still get in on all this stuff, right? On top of getting to enjoy Intel Plays Rumbles. Now, let's talk about the rules.
Let's do it.
This is one thing that you guys said, hey, we got confused. So we did a deep dive, and every streamer is going to have the rules on their screen so that way you guys know exactly what they need to do to win at Intel Plays Rumble.
Yes.
Intel Plays Rumble. I don't know why I think
it's only episode 2. It's
I know. But I know it runs out, and then I second guess myself. Right?
You got this.
So rule number 1, and we'll break this up. So 1 point of damage when you're basically picking, you're stealing using Nyx, right? Which Nyx is the adorable.
So cute. Nyx is like, I don't know, an axolotl meets a ferret, if you will. And I think Nyx is adorable. And when I first started playing Star Wars Outlaws, I was like, not Nyx. Nyx doesn't do naughty things like this. Let me tell you. Yeah. Nyx is an expert thief.
So
take a look at this.
We're showing that so you guys can actually see when you're watching the stream, this is what stealing with Nyx would actually look like, which is actually super, super cool. The other thing, too, is we have 5 points. If you unlock abilities and upgrades. And the thing is, for the upgrades and the abilities, that can be stuff like upgrading your ship, upgrading your speeder, or upgrading basically Kay Vess herself, right? And so as they're playing through, as they play the game, there's some strategy there to unlock abilities. It's not like Elden Ring where you're just getting like an RPG points or stuff like that. So you get 5 points for basically doing that.
And I think it's important to point out too that all of our streamers today are starting from the same point in the game. So they will all hopefully be at the exact same point in terms of their character and equipment upgrades.
Let's check. Astrocross is getting close. So we're seeing, like, I know he's playing right now and
he'll
figuring it out. So he'll get there. 10 points. 10 points not only for Griffin, never mind. 10 points of damage for mission clears, for feeding nicks, and for bounties. So these are some of your faster missions, quicker to do. And then the other two is there's a really cute game where you can actually feed nicks. You're seeing that right here.
So sweet.
It's a lot of fun to do. Very good animation. You can skip this stuff just to get the points. Again, these guys are going to be going for speed, trying to do maximizing damage and all that sort of stuff. So again, feeding nicks, this is how you get 10 points. And then next up is the 20 points. And these, we actually threw some fun in here. So you get 20 points for playing Sabak. And this is gambling. So Sabak is the it's like the poker.
Yeah, Kessel Sabak.
Yeah, it's like the poker-esque game that's inside of this. You are gambling, but if you were able to win in 45 minutes, you could win 5 rounds. That is a knockout.
That's it, because all you have to do is 100 points of damage to knock out your opponent.
Exactly.
So, like you said, 20 points of damage for winning a Kessel Sabak, 5 wins, you got this.
Now, the other one is the main story quest. Now, these have a tendency to be a little bit longer. They're 10 to 15 minutes. But the other thing, too, is this could be where you're doing these and at the same time, some of these unlock abilities.
Yep.
So these could be more than 20 points, depending if you're thinking about the strategy and stuff like that. But these have a tendency to be a lot more involved, a lot more difficult. It'll be interesting to see if we see any of that risk taken today.
And also, you mentioned it before, but that you can skip some of the animations. If we do have any competitors out there today going specifically for the main story missions, they're going to have to skip through those cutscenes to get the points.
And then lastly, the most difficult thing, now it is not Godric, but still pretty tough, you get 40 points of damage for killing a Death Trooper squad. So in this is basically you have to get rank 6 wanted, and then afterwards, these guys are hard, especially for a brand new character. You cannot melee them. Your little zoom shoot doesn't kill them. One shot, one kill. There are 4 of them, so if they're able to take down a Death Trooper squad, killing all 4 of them and clearing their wanted status, this is worth 40 points.
Wow.
This is a 40-point option, and this is not easy. I have done this 2 times in my gameplay thing, and I'm about 13 hours in, and so this will be something. Now, again, the other thing, too, is remember, if a streamer activates a hype train, which they can do, they can only do once during the entire Intel Plays Rumble.
Ooh, remember that.
But they can do it, and I know for a fact that we know Noisy actually already had an activated one, so she cannot even activate one for another hour at a minimum.
Noisy, no.
I know. But anytime during that hype train, you basically get double damage. So if you were able to kill a Death Trooper squad, you would only need to go
during a hype train.
Yeah, during a hype train.
And then win a game of Kessel Sabak.
You're done. Knockout. You go. And remember, guys, once 100 points of damage is done, then you are knocked out and you are basically good to go. So we're going to show you a quick map here. We only have about 2 minutes before the game stops. So let's show you a quick map here of Tashara, which is the main starting planet that we have here. And this is just to give you an idea of the points of interest. So there are 8 main story quests, 6 side quests, 3 faction quests, and 43 intel questions that you can basically, intel question questions, not intel plays, intel in the game, like knowledge.
Yes, of course. But as you can clearly see, there's a lot of stuff to take care of on Tashara right now. And I think we should also mention that all the players will be playing on adventure difficulty, which is the adventure difficulty is the normal difficulty setting. And they'll all be starting the game from Mackle's Gambling Parlor right after turning in the Underworld quest to Donka. So I would say that's approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours into the game. That's about how far I am in my playthrough personally. So I love that we have your, 30 hours in. I'm right where our players are starting right now. And I think it's a really good time. This is where the game opens up, if you will. So we'll see what our players decide to do today.
And let's before we go into let's go and jump into the matches real quick because we're about less than 60 seconds from starting. Ooh. So round 1, we got Noisy Butters versus Jericho. And then the other one, we have Astacross versus Lulu Lovely. Now remember, whoever wins this round, especially with this one, unlocks an Intel swag kit for their community. So it's whoever wins either one of these rounds. This is where it's at. So we are a full, less than 60 seconds. Now, you will see it say, fight, when it starts, and then you'll see the timer start going down, and then you guys can see right here, anytime we show the screen, you can actually see the rules. So again, you guys can, one of the feedback items we had is, hey, I'm not really entirely clear what the rules are.
We got it.
We try to make it very, very clear.
Right over next to Roby. Yeah. There it is.
There it is. Wow, look, you actually physically pointed to it. Right here.
There.
Right there. That's where the rules are, if you guys want to know. And again, on each of the streamers, and we'll show you the 4 streamers right now because they're getting ready to kick things off. On each one of the streamers, you will actually see the actual fight itself as well as the rules. No, maybe none of them put the rules up. What we gave it to them. What we gave it to them.
Okay, well, they should have it to reference. But,
Yeah.
you know, if they get confused, chat, please feel free to help them out. Reference the rules here from this stream and let them know how many points their actions are scoring.
And so, and again, guys, it takes a village to get this started. But let's go back to the fight. I think it actually has begun.
Woo!
So the game is in action, and we are officially starting the round right now. So
I
we are
see it.
We're seeing it. So let's talk about some.
I see our Rumble Fighters. The Rumble Fighters are up and ready to go. It does not look like we've had any damage yet, and our 45 is
Yeah,
It's
so,
right there.
Yeah, it's 45 right there. And then it's all beginning and all going.
Roby, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite in today's matchup? I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
I don't know if I have a favorite.
Okay.
But I think all in all, I feel like Jericho, there's a good chance for Jericho to basically come back and be a Titan here.
Based on preparation alone?
Based on preparation alone. I
Okay.
feel like he has a lot to gain. The other thing too is I really feel like he is the most prepared of the 4 of them. And the one thing with this being a new game, I think any preparation is going to be a solid option.
Of course. Yeah, this game just dropped on August 30th, correct?
Yes.
Just dropped on August 30th.
Yeah,
I
the
believe.
game dropped on August 30th, so it is brand new. Yeah. So, and then so what about you? What you have a favorite? Like, do you have like are you basically wanting to support anybody? Like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, you could have probably guessed this, but I am all about the positivity. So I love to see that energy come from Noisy Butter stream. I love to see that the positivity, even when tackling a game that you might not be as familiar with because it's so new. I think that's great. So I am rooting for Noisy Butters, but I am simultaneously rooting for everybody. I love to see the giveaways to the various communities. It always makes my heart so happy to get incredible gaming hardware like we have being given away today thanks to Intel Gamer Days. And Intel, thank you. I love getting that gaming hardware in the hands of folks who will appreciate it and use it. So thank you all so much for being here today. And thanks again to Intel for making it possible to get that gaming hardware in the hands of those who want it. So cheer for your favorite streamer, support your favorite gamer, and win that stuff. Let's do it.
I mean, all in all, I am incredibly excited for how this is going to go in there. And now everybody is starting from the exact same point. So right now what you're looking at is you're looking at a lot of KVS essentially running around kind of the intro city. They're going to start picking up missions.
Yep.
Some of them might, like, maybe we're going to see some early, like, 1-point hits for pickpocket steals and all that sort of stuff. So I think, like, all in all, I'm actually very, very excited to see what's kind of going. Yeah, and then, the steals. Oh, so we did actually, it looks like we just got a steal.
Nice.
Confirming that. So
A little Nick's pickpocketing happening there.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. Astrocross going with that 1 point, and there we go. So I think we got to see the first hit right there. So there it is. Astrocross kicking it off, getting the board going. Remember,
Nice.
I don't know, I think it'd be kind of hard to do 100 of those
100
in 45
pickpockets?
minutes.
That would be really funny.
Oh,
More than 2 per minute.
look at him. He's going for a Sabak win right now.
I love this.
And the other thing, too, is there is actually a mission, so at the very beginning, where you have to play some high rollers. Now, you are guaranteed to win that actual game. So that's 20 points. I don't know if he knows that.
It's a guaranteed win, and does it also unlock something for your character? Does it unlock
it doesn't
something for
unlock
Kay?
a skill. It does give you your first of your kind of
okay.
chips there. But this is very interesting. So all in all, like looking at his hand, it looks like he's actually got, if he could get a Sabak with basically the brown, similar, right now those are really bad choices in terms of what he says right there. But Sabak, I mean, I love that he's actually getting this, he's going in there and going for it, and then, there's Sabak right there.
Yes.
If he keeps that one, he's got Sabak.
Let's
so
see.
this could be 20 points already. Now, one of the things you can do at Sabak is you can actually have Nyx go and look at the cards of the other people
snoop
playing.
for you.
And snoop for you.
Because again, Nyx is a little naughty.
Do you think, let me ask you this. Do you think he would notice if like some sort of little fuzzy creature popped over your head?
I feel like I would. I feel like I would be keenly aware of where Nyx was in any room because Nyx is just so adorable. But other people in Star Wars Outlaws don't seem to notice when Nyx is up to his sneaky, sneaky business.
And it looks like we have something else that just happened.
Ooh.
Oh, Lulu just did a Nyx steal right there.
Nice.
So there is another 1 point of damage right there. So it looks like we're probably going to see that happen here in just a second. Already more action happening than what we had in Elden Ring.
I can imagine,
at the very beginning. And I feel like Lulu's out here because, again, Lulu kind of came into the second round of the Elden Ring Intel Plays Rumble, knowing that she was going up against Astacross, who was just about to field Godric. So I feel like there's a really good, she really wants to pull out a W here for her community and unlock not just that amazing Intel swag kit, but also pull out a CPU win as well.
Ooh, we would love to see that. All right, now I see. Is this Astacross on Kessel?
No, this is Jericho right now. So Jericho playing. Now we have Lulu Lovely. Oh, she's feeding Nyx. So she is feeding Nyx right now. She's already making some food.
Cooking animation.
I know. This is what I was kind of saying. It's super cute. And then so if with this, and I don't think she has a hype train or anything like that going on right now. But yeah, this is looking like it's going to be 10 points for Lulu.
Solid.
As well as now, does she skip this? Because this is time.
This is time. But it's so cute.
Going in there, and honestly, I know how long this initial intro one is. So I forgot this is a mini game. So she actually does have to play through this. This is not is not something you could skip, which is actually pretty cool.
I see. Okay, and it looks like is Lulu playing keyboard mouse?
I can't. Oh yes, she is.
Yes, she is. A girl after my own heart.
Now that was something that you and I discovered. So both you and I had wanted to spend some time in the game, and I know that you were able for the first time. You've played about 2 hours at this point in time.
Yeah,
right?
I'm about a little over 2 hours.
A little over 2 hours, and so again, we both have a really, really good idea. Not a lot of people. I mean, this game, like I said, only being out for 10 days. There's not a lot of expertise, though. There's some really great websites and stuff for lots of things to basically to be able to do. So I love that. Obviously, some of our streamers have definitely figured out, what are some of the things they need to do to be able to pull out some early points already.
Yes, I love this. This is so cool.
I'm trying to think in the last round, we did Intel Plays Rumble with Elden Ring. We did not have any 10-point damages for probably about 15 minutes.
Wow.
And here we are, only what? Well, I guess we're actually 12 minutes in. Oh, so we still have 7 minutes in. My bad. 7 minutes. Now we have a timer. 7 minutes in, and we already have a potential. We already have some people with some high points.
Yes, and you love to see that too, because especially in our Rumble mini game that's happening there in the side, you want to see those damage bars move. That's exciting.
Yep. Now we have Astacross. He is officially out and about in the world on a speeder. So it looks like a very, very different. He is out of the main city. He is going for, I don't know what he's going for. We don't know. Again,
an Imperial location, mayhap?
It could be. So why don't we show that, actually? Let's show you. So on the map, when you guys see people, we're going to show you the Imperial locations here in just a second. When these people are going for this area, and there's actually another one down below, more than likely, this is where they're going to be going to get that security level up, get that wanted status, and go for the troopers.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, he just finished a tutorial.
Okay,
that is going to be really hard.
That would be a lot. It does also look like he's working on finding the pirate camp right now.
Okay. So he's actually looks like he's just going to do a 10-point mission and already going through there. She is still dealing with feeding with Nyx on the 10 points. We haven't actually even seen the end of that one yet. And it looks like Noisy is now out and about in the main world as well.
Okay.
And so she is going for it at the same time.
I noticed a little bit of an Astacross speeder crash right there, and I have to say that I found it took me a little bit to get used to driving that speeder.
And you know what? When you stop, you stop. You literally just get thrown. So yeah, it is not definitely something that you, when you do stop, you do stop. And then the other thing too is it looks like did Jericho? Oh, okay. So we finished the feeding. So we're gonna go ahead and see Lulu gonna take his
Way to
first.
go, Lulu.
There it is. That's a chunk of life right there.
Yeah, it
from
is.
basically hitting on the Astacross thing. Has Jericho won? Because I think we're past. Well,
there it is.
There it is. There's a sabbat round.
Boom.
And that's 20 points towards Noisy Butters already.
Woo!
Oh, snap. And she probably noticed that. because you're looking on her stream, and she
Yeah.
probably noticed that.
You
so
can
there we go.
see that.
Okay, so we got Jericho and we got Lulu in a nice solid lead. Astrocross, okay, he's doing the lock picking. Oh no,
It looks like Jericho's maybe going for another round of Kessel Sabak.
he could do it. I mean, again,
This
you
is a
just got to win
solid
5
strategy.
games. You guys just might be seeing a gambling stream over on Jericho right there. And then it looks like we saw a little bit of Lulu Lovely working on doing some of that lock picking. So she was basically doing some lock picking there, which is that new rhythm game that they have,
Yes,
which
the
I
lock
really
picking
like.
is a little tricky. I will tell you, there are some that I find simpler than others. Folks, there's no shame in toggling the visual cues if you need that assistance in the rhythm game. I turned it on probably my 3rd or 4th lock, although I don't know how much it helps.
No, yeah. Yes, and I thought that was something that's actually really cool from the developers who said,
Yeah.
hey, if folks, because I mean, not everybody can, if they're hearing impaired, whatever.
If you have no rhythm like me,
okay,
then
you can actually turn that off, which is actually really, really cool. I think that's awesome that developers have given people the option of being able to do something like
Yes.
that. So Astrocross, not entirely sure what his strategy is here. So I think I don't know if he actually ended up finishing that mission or not. So we're waiting to see. I didn't see any damage done there. Looks like Noisy. So one thing about Noisy, just worth noting, is that
Okay.
she wasn't actually able to finish the tutorial. So she's now in a game where she hasn't had a lot of those practices.
Oh,
so she's just kind of
no.
learning. Oh, she has. Okay. Oh, she just didn't save. Okay, so she's good. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good.
well,
so no.
if we start seeing anyone's screen cut back to key bindings or control settings, we'll know why.
Okay. Well, that's actually pretty cool. So again, it looks like we actually now have all of them in a solid location. And again, Jericho, just like this guy's strategy master.
I love it.
Last time it did not pay off. So if he starts losing a lot of sabak, and you have to have money to play. And so
Yes.
if he runs out of
If you
money,
run out of money,
he's not going to be playing much sabak. You need
Sure.
money to gamble, unfortunately.
Yep,
you know
yep,
what I'm saying?
yep. Well, you need money if you keep losing.
Yeah, that is
If
true.
you're
He may have
gambling
to
and
go
you're
back.
losing.
He may have to go back and do some different missions and all that sort of stuff, which would be I mean, again, would take away from his overall strategy.
Now, Roby, remind me again, because I see some folks in chat are asking about this as well. How do our competitors unlock giveaways for their communities?
That is a great question. So this is how it happens, guys. What is happening is they are basically playing Star Wars Outlaws to power Intel Plays Rumble. Intel Plays Rumble is a virtual fighting game in which the activities they do in Star Wars Outlaws powers those avatars to fight and punch their ways to defeat their players. And there we go. Jericho just unlocking. And for instance, what
Yep.
you're going to see right now, Jericho just got a 20-point punch, and you'll see him go take a hit on Noisy
Boom.
Butters. But that is all because he is doing those things right there on the left. You see those rules?
Yeah.
That is the things they need to do to take down their particular player. So
Scoring points.
So he's scoring points, and then when they win, if they first and foremost, everybody's giving away an amazing laptop depending on the player, the streamer you're supporting. But if they win this round, which right now it looks like Jericho's winning against Noisy Butters and Lulu Lovely against Astrocross, if they win this round, they unlock a Intel swag kit for this one, and then the winners of the next round have the chance to unlock a 14900K for their community or 14700K. And don't
Nice.
worry, if you're here on Intel on twitch.tv/Intel, we're also going to be giving away a swag kit, and we're going to be giving away a 14900K as well.
Love it. Getting all the great gaming hardware thanks to Intel for Intel Gamer
And there we
Days.
go, Lulu just doing another theft
Lulu
right
with
there.
the steal.
She's like getting those points. Every little hit counts.
Yep.
And again, she's got a solid win here against Astrocross. So again, she's just widening that gap, which all of this is strategy. So you have to think this is playing the game normally, but they have to they're trying to do something different. This is to power
Well,
the fight.
I love this. As someone that predominantly plays action and adventure games, I love to see a competitive way to play these games because traditionally you're playing Star Wars Outlaws. It's a very solo, a very personal experience. But in order to bring that community aspect to it, Intel Plays Rumble has created this really awesome virtual fighting game. So yes, they are playing the game, they're going through the main story missions, but they are also focused on earning points to defeat their opponent and win great giveaways for their community.
Now so now what we're jumped over to Noisy Butters.
Mm-hmm.
She is now at an Intel. She's at an Intel center, basically for not Intel CPU center. Imperial Intel Center,
Yes.
where if you wanted to clear your wanted status, you could. But look at, she's being super stealthy
Nice
here.
takedown.
And then she could go in and do some hacking and things like that. But again, not really sure how this is going to help her with scoring.
And that's not tall grass.
No. So she's got it cleared. She can break in and she could get some additional money, but
Okay.
it's not going to get you any points in this case. It's really about doing bounties and stuff like that.
Okay.
Now we got Lulu. Sorry.
Lulu picked up a new mission recently, so
Okay.
maybe we're going for a mission.
So she's doing a 10-point mission. And remember, there's a lot of bounties. We're talking about when we just looked at what was available just in that area alone. Let's actually go ahead and bring up the map there. We actually have quite a few things that players can actually do here.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the Imperial. So that's just the Imperial stuff alone. But if we show up the one with all the yellow dots.
I don't know if we have that one, but yeah, that's...
I'm sure we do. Oh, yeah. Josh has got it.
There it
is. These are all of the places that you can go and do things. And it is not a small amount.
No, there's 8 main story quests that you can see just in this map right here. 6 different side quests. Now, those are worth different amounts of points, so we'll see strategically what our players decide to go after. 3 different faction quests and 43 different intel quests. Again, not Intel, but Intel.
Exactly. So again, that's when you go and see people like Lulu Lovely or Astacross or any of those guys getting these missions and bounties, this is where they can do it. And remember, they can also do this by doing ship combat. We do have space. Nobody's gone there yet, but they actually could. And we got Jericho feeding Nyx.
Do it.
So
the
this
little
is-
mini game.
he's
Jericho is.
Jericho. Oh, he's trying to see. He's going to see if it doesn't do anything.
Oh, if it goes faster if you don't play the mini game. Jericho's also
it's
playing
still- it's
on
just gonna
keyboard
repeat.
mouse.
Okay, yeah, so it does repeat. So Jericho finding out he does actually have to play the mini game. So he's having to get through it. Okay, so then he's like, oh, can I just skip it? But no, he can't. Remember, guys, this is an additional 10 points for basically feeding Nyx. So he's basically trying to get that feeding thing done and go from there.
Also, I do want to point out Jericho, also a keyboard mouse friendo.
Yeah, I like
in
how
Star
you're
Wars
pointing that
Outlaws.
out. Because I was like, oh, are you gonna play with your controller? She's like, what? I don't play with controller.
Personal preference, no shade to controller mains. It's just not my jam, mostly because my aim is absolute dirt. And so I need all the help I can get. So keyboard mouse is where it's at. for me.
Okay, and now we have Lulu Lovely going for Sabak as well.
Yep.
She's got a really strong card already. So again, if one of the things that I wish there was a great way to show you how the whole deck goes out, but essentially they have 7 tiers of Sabak.
Okay.
And the lower your card, the better the Sabak, all the way to Prime Sabak.
Are you watching this right now?
I'm watching him try and okay, so he's in a restricted area, but this is
Not an
Syndicate.
Imperial
Not
zone.
Imperial. This is
Okay.
just Syndicate. Him trying to get a mission finished. He is doing the opposite of kind of how the game wants you to do. Remember, this is a
Yes.
stealth game, but I mean, when you're playing to get it done quickly, you're gonna have to just basically
I mean, you can
run
just
and gun.
YOLO and go for it.
So, and Jericho still dealing with feeding Nyx.
You know what though? Feeding Nyx puts points on the board. I'm not mad at
It does. I just don't. And I'm not entirely sure because I've only actually done one of them. I'm not sure every single one of them has a like a timed gameplay thing like this. But that may be the case, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Now, Noisy Butters looking at her options probably to figure out missions and all that sort of stuff at this point in time. It looks like Astacross could really use a Bacta tank right now. He has almost no life left, just picking off people as fast as he can, hoping not to get killed. There was a Bacta right there.
Oh, no.
Oh, he has expired.
Bum, bum.
Okay, and then we got Lulu still working on that game of Sabak.
Now, is this Lulu's first game of Sabak?
It
so
is.
it's the guaranteed win?
No, the guaranteed win is only if you do it as part of a mission, which I think
see.
she might be doing here. So if you play the high rollers, looks like we actually have, or do we? Okay, Jericho finished his feeding, and he's going for another 10 points on Noisy
Boom!
Butters.
Oh, come on, Noisy. Come on, Noisy Butters. Get some points on the board.
If you were Noisy, what would be going through your head right now?
I mean, she still looks so happy, which makes me wonder, is she so engrossed in Star Wars Outlaws and Tashara that she hasn't noticed? Maybe
that's
but
how she's doing it.
If it were me in Noisy Butters' shoes, I would be thinking at this point, I have to go for the Death Trooper squad kill.
Yeah.
You have to at this point.
Yeah,
Also, communities, you can help out. If a streamer has a hype train going on, they're getting double the points for that specific action. So as we kind of mentioned a little earlier in the stream, Roby, if you did the Death Trooper squad kill on a hype train, that would be 80 points of damage.
And I'll be honest, getting that level 6 is not hard. If you
Oh, the level 6 wanted
yeah, the level
is not
6
hard.
wanted is not hard. It's just surviving to get to the, because when you're level 6 wanted, we're talking ATSTs.
Oh, everybody's
we're
coming
talking
after you.
Imperial TIE fighters.
Yeah.
You got speeders. You got everybody, and then you still have to get to the Death Troopers and defeat them.
Yep.
So I don't know. There is a world in which we may not see that strategy done at all. And Astacross struggling right now trying to get this mission done. He is genuinely annoyed because he's like, oh, come on. So the question is he going to have to play it slow and go from there? Now, I will tell you, I've done this mission. There's actually a way to sneak up from the back. And I don't think he knows that. So at the very back of this, he's up on like a cliffside at the very back of this. He can actually rope up and then not distract as many people. And the other thing too is if you kill them before the alarm goes off, you actually won't get noticed by many. Okay, it looks like we got another.
Oh, Jericho again.
Getting a 1-point steal.
A little Nick steal. Okay.
I love this. It's so cool. We're not seeing just one thing. We're seeing a lot of people do a lot of things to try and unlock and get this. Okay, Astacross.
It's true. There are many strategies.
And he's just trying to unlock. He's doing the mini game now, trying to open up that. And he can't.
That lock picking's tricky.
Yeah, it is. It is especially if you're trying to do a lot of other things at the same time.
Oh, it looks like Noisy Butters got a point.
Oh, did she steal?
Yeah, maybe a little pickpocketing happening there from
Okay.
Noisy.
Well, her first time on the board. We got Lulu still working through Sabak right now. And she sped up the animations, by the way. Okay.
Great.
So she sped up the animations there. So she's trying to, you can actually make this a little bit faster.
Now, is that something you can do in the settings?
Yes. Now she actually has a roll the dice, and there it is right there, Prime Sabak.
Boom.
Did she choose the right one? Did she choose the right one? She's got to choose it, which she's got to choose that one that has the matching. There it is. Nope, don't choose that one. No, don't. There you go. Please. There she goes. Okay, and then she just won her Sabak match with that one.
All right.
So there it is, and so that's the Sabak round right there, I think, right?
Yes.
Oh no,
look
she's
at
on
that.
round 3. Okay, so she hasn't won the Sabak round yet.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Because you have to win 3 rounds.
Yeah,
of
you have
Sabak
to.
to
Yeah,
get the
so it looks like
points.
she wasn't quite done there yet.
Okay. Well, hopefully they were, given slightly prematurely, but that'll be locked in soon.
Yeah.
Points have been
The
reset.
points have been reset. Again, we've thought of all circumstances here at Intel Plays Rumble. So.
I love it. But yeah, everyone's trying different strategies.
And here we are. Here is where it is right now.
Okay.
Right now, it looks like Jericho and his strategy is really paying off here. Definitely some big hits. Jericho basically at 99 health, and Noisy Butters at about 40, I think.
And this is with half time.
This
half
is with
of our time is
we have
gone.
23 minutes going right now, and then Lulu definitely winning over Astacross. Astacross getting very close to finishing a mission though, so we might actually see that even up here pretty quick.
Okay.
He's still dealing with the hacking.
That's the lock picking, yes?
Oh, and he just died.
Oh, they saw him. Because that's one of the things too. While you're doing the lock picking, you can look to side to make sure that no one is witnessing you be sneaky.
But the problem is that because he's going in run and gun, there's so many people who know about him that he's having a tough time like trying to get the sneaky. And it sounds like he may be one of those things, and I don't know if we let him know, but he can turn off the rhythm portion of it, so it makes it way easier to basically get that done.
Yeah, you can add a visual component to it if you need some help with that.
Yeah, so yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Okay, so here we go. Astacross back at it. He's disabling the alarm. Oh, so it looks like he's in a good spot right now.
Okay, good.
Okay, so it put him right, but like really close to where he needs to be. I don't think anybody knows he's there. So this feels like he could probably potentially figure this out.
This is it. Get it this time.
Oh,
yes!
and he's opened the door. Okay. Okay, so he's in. It feels like this is where we might see a mission finish and starting to see some tie-up here on some against Lulu Lovely.
I also love the Intel Plays Rumble strategy coming out right now, in that Astacross is not hiding in tall grass and taking it slow, just going for it.
And then Lulu just won her Sabat game, so we're going to see. Astacross is about to see that big hit there coming up there in just a second as well. So here we go, Lulu doing her punch. And there it is, right there.
Nice, nice.
Okay, so but good thing is Astacross is just about to finish his mission as well.
Yes.
So this is where he gets to choose who's he going to help. And then, okay, so he just finished that mission, got it, and then now he has to go turn it in.
Yep.
So he still has to finish the last part. He's got to talk to him.
You're gonna steal?
So he's got to talk to him to finish that mission and go from there. And then now it looks like Noisy she actually has a mission now. So she took a mission from the huts, and so she's on to go seek hers as well. Now I will tell you guys, even with 23 minutes left, there is a lot of things that this is anybody's game.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree. There are so many different strategies that you can play to really pack a big punch, if you will. It's funny that we're saying that because it also is in the virtual fighting game to pack a big punch. But you definitely can. You can put the points on the board. You can make it happen. And you can get that Intel swag bag for your community.
Yep. And then, yeah, all in all here, it looks like Astacross I think he's trying to figure out where he needs to go. So we're going in there. He still basically has to do a little bit of a mission. I think he just has to get out. I think all he has to do is clear the area. But he's going to go, I think he's just going to clear. I think he just has to get out of the area. I don't think he actually needs to kill anything or anything like that. But maybe there is. I can still see that question mark up there. And it says, it looks like it's
Just
53
run.
meters.
Just run for the goal.
Yeah, I know. Get those points. Yeah, well, we're figuring out what's going from here. So this is what we're watching right now, and he's just trying to get those points.
Nice.
Man, he's killing everybody.
Yeah.
And luckily he's, whoa!
No!
Oh, he's still okay. He's still okay. Heal.
Press G!
Oh, he's still got one heal. He's just got to hide and heal. Okay, as long as he does not get hit. Now, here's the deal about the heal.
Yeah, the heals aren't instantaneous.
No, they go over time, and as long as you're not hit, it'll heal you all up. Okay, there's a climbing. Oh, nice grenade. Oh, but it didn't take down the shields. Run! Just run past them. Oh, it's over.
Again. Oh, that wallop. That was rough.
It was just that was such a strong hit. I mean, so hopefully he's trying to figure out. I think there's actually a way to escape through the bottom. Okay, it looks like we just got a hit from 1 point for stealing.
For Noisy Butters did a little Nick's pickpocketing.
And then here we go. Hopefully, did we see that? Oh, wow, that was quite the slide there. Up there at the top. I think we already said, maybe we missed the hit. I think it might have already happened. And then going from there. Okay, so now it looks like Jericho working on a mission. And then again, Lulu back at the Sabak table. Now,
do it.
If she might have done the mission, because obviously it's a little hard when we see such a small screen, but she might have done a mission, and if she thinks that this is going to feed her a win, it's not. So again, now she's actually got to win the harder way. Now, the other thing too is I will tell you is in the one where you are playing the high rollers, the die always roll to match a Sabak.
Okay.
But now I would say the die more than often will fail you, and right now in her Sabak game, she actually has a roll, so she's going for a Sabak with the die roll, and that has never really worked well for me right there. So she's right now getting her refunds, trying to do this. Again, this could be a really solid potential win here, but I'll be honest, you think that 5 rounds, if you win 5 rounds back to back, but this is gambling. And
right. And again, it's 5 games of 3 rounds each, right?
Yep.
So it is a little bit longer than one might think when you hear you just have to win 5 rounds to take the match.
Exactly. And even with speeding it up, you are still gambling every time. So yeah, it'll be really, really crazy. Okay, so why don't we go and show at the global level right now? Let's show both fights right now. Let's just kind of get a recap of where we are in terms of these competitions right now. We're 17 minutes left. How's it looking, Trisha?
Oh my goodness, it looks like Lulu Lovely and Jericho are both the strong contenders in their 1v1 matchups right now. But I still think that Noisy Butters and Astacross, I think that they can come back and take it. Astacross we've been seeing working on that same mission for a while. So once we get that done, I have to say though, is that a 10-point or a 20-point mission that Astacross is working on right now?
I think that, I mean, and again, luckily we have a whole team of people whose whole job is just to score it.
Thank
so
you.
That might be a 20-point. It could be a 10-point. I think it's actually a 10-point mission, but I'll get confirmation. We'll know here shortly. The one thing I will say though is that this is very different than what we saw from the last round where we played Elden Ring. It's a 10-point mission.
It's a 10-point mission. Okay.
So Astacross was definitely the strong contender coming right out of the gate. He dominated both his rounds. This time we're definitely seeing him on his back heel for this one specifically. So this one doesn't feel like his strategy is paying off as well. And even though I feel like some of these missions, if you kind of rush through them, you might get lost in what it is you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Because they're supposed to be very, very slow paced in that regard.
Well, and it's also very story based, right? This entire game is very story based. You want to feel immersed in this world, right? That's why most people are playing it. So as you mentioned, the developers really did make it something that one would experience typically in a more relaxed pacing. But because, of course, everybody's got to get their fight on for Intel Plays Rumble, everyone's zipping through right now.
And I feel like Astacross, now he's progressing the mission. He just got finished basically sabotaging the oh, it looks like we got some points for Noisy here. A steal there, 1 point.
Yeah.
And then Astacross is just now, he has to just to get out of the facility, which he is now running around in circles trying to figure out how to do.
You got this.
You got this, Astacross. You can't go that way. Just shooting things is not the answer.
Well, and again, for anyone who might just be tuning in now, all of our players are still relatively new to this game, being that it just came out. So it's a little different than, like you said last week when you were playing Elden Ring, where people had hundreds of, maybe even thousands of hours invested in Elden Ring. At this point, everyone is still relatively new to the game. I would wager to say definitely under 50 hours in.
Yep. I'd say most people are, in this case, based on what I'm seeing, 2 to 3 hours in. So I'm saying right now, again, their introduction to this stuff is they're playing, even though because we've added the competitive element to it, some of these guys are playing these missions in a very different way with a pace. I would actually say that now that he's just about finished this mission, he has actually probably spent the same amount of time he would have done if he'd just done it stealth in the first time.
Really?
Which is so funny, right?
Well, and you wonder if the developers do that on purpose.
Maybe,
right? Because they'd like you to play the game in a certain style, so they're naturally catering to that.
And it feels like we finally see Astacross getting his first points on the board once we see the end of this right here. And it looks like, are we seeing another Nyx feeding? Oh, it looks like Noisy is actually feeding Nyx right now, so she's got to get through that mini game. So almost every player has done that so far. And there we go. Astacross finally finishing his mission and unlocking his first 10 points.
All right.
And then Lulu probably saw that. So there we go. And then
Lulu's still in the lead, though, in
just
that matchup.
pulling in a Sabak win right there.
All right. She is not taking that hit.
No, so it's like Astacross is like, yes, I got 10 points. Lulu comes back and does a big hit for 20 points. And she's going right back to the Sabak table. She's like, can I win?
You know what? Keep doing those Sabak matches.
Yep.
That is definitely a way to make this happen.
And I wonder, I have to say, I would love to be in Noisy's chat right now. Remember, guys, the best way to win is to go to your favorite streamer, whether that's, let's bring up the little short one with all 4 of them and all their information, because we can show you what all their Twitch addresses are. So not this one, the half one. So that one actually has all their Twitch addresses. We have twitch.tv. We'll get it up here in just a second, guys. There it is right there.
Yes.
Twitch.tv/LuluLovely, Twitch.tv/Jericho, Twitch.tv/Astacross, and Twitch.tv/NoisyButters. You can see the laptops that they're giving away on each one of those streams. And then you go choose your favorite streamer. Noisy Butters, very, very entertaining, very fun. Astacross was last week's winner. Jericho, obviously, actually kind of the dominant person right now. And Lulu Lovely, actually, you know what? I'd say between Jericho and Lulu Lovely, I'd say there is no dominant winner right now. What do you think?
Between those two, I mean, I don't know. For this first round, just to clarify, it's not 1v1v1v1.
That's correct.
It is 1v1 and 1v1. So we have 2 clear and dominant winners right now.
Yeah. Right
too
now,
early to make the call, says chat. Yeah, exactly.
But I will say, we're looking at Noisy Butters and Astacross having about the same amount of health left when you look at it across the board. So
There's no benefit to one of them finishing their match first, is there?
No, not
Okay,
really. It just
okay.
means that they definitely can celebrate. And, and the other thing, too, is this means that they could progress unhindered and still get more prepared for the second round. Because remember, they just pick up on the second round where they were on the first round. So they could bank up some unlocks, all sorts of things that they could work on that they don't necessarily have to worry. So there we go. She is finishing. It looks like Noisy Butter's finishing up her feeding here.
Yay.
Hopefully very, very soon. She's probably like, what is this? A little bit of interesting from that. And guys, if you're curious how much time is left, you can look right there in the bottom right at the fighting game. That is that 12 right there is how many minutes are still left in this particular round. And we still have this whole second round still yet to go.
Oh, yeah. And again, for this first round, the winner of each mashup gets an Intel swag bag to give away to their community.
Yeah, exactly. And the swag kits are really, really cool and all of that stuff going in there. And did we see her? No, it looks like she might have lost that round. So it looks like Lulu did not get that win. And she's still going back. She's doing it one more time. This feels like it's going to be Lulu Lovely is pulling the Jericho style here, where she will be persistent on Sabak. And it looks like, just looking at, her chat.
If the RNG is in her favor, this could be it.
Well, right now, she's got basically 2 die rolling looking at her Sabak table right now. So I don't know if I'd say the RNG's in her favor. I would say it's not. And this has been very, very similar to my Sabak experience, which was I did not win as much. Apparently, Damien, who's a member of our team, said that he won all 5 of his games.
Wow.
That was not me.
Okay, and I will say, Roby, personally, are you a mini game within the larger adventuring game player, or do you like to stick to the larger adventure game?
I am a completionist.
Okay, so you do it all.
I do it all. So, I mean, I will, like, when we do Sabak, any of these games, I will play and try and get everything I can. Because there's even story missions that are centered around Sabak. So if you want to get everything that every one of these games have, I will have a tendency to do it, for sure.
Yep.
What about you?
I tend to get easily distracted by the minigame and then forget about the main story mission because I'm so engrossed in the minigames. And I'm saying this very, broadly, thinking of many different large action adventure games that are out there right now. But yeah, I love a good minigame, especially if it's a card minigame. I am down. I'm into it.
Yeah, and I do enjoy the minigames. They are. Looks like we got another one here.
The feeding is done.
The feeding is done, and Noisy putting her first big hit on Jericho.
Way to go, Noisy Butters.
And Jericho,
way to go. Celebrate that.
Jericho's playing the arcade game. That is nothing. There's no benefit to playing the arcade game.
Unless it's part of a mission, maybe?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That was just, he was like, what is this? And I will tell you, one of the things I love about these games, there is so much to see and do.
Yes.
And that's a great example. A complete arcade game built into Star Wars Outlaws.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I mean, really, why not, right? Mm-hmm. And Lulu is just all about Sabak.
I think that would be the strategy I would try, honestly.
Really?
Yep. If I was competing today, I think I would go the Sabak strategy because 20 points is a lot.
But I mean, again, she's been playing now.
There it is.
Nope,
No.
she lost.
Ah.
And I think that's the thing I'm kind of saying here is that she's got 8 minutes left. She is definitely in a dominant position, but I will say, especially some of the space missions, they're very quick. And if you were to go do some of the space missions, I could knock out 10 of those in 45 minutes, no problem.
You know that. Everyone else who's still relatively new may not. And so it looks like, did we just do an upgrade?
I don't think he actually had anything. I'm not sure. Did we actually have? I don't think he had anything to actually upgrade.
Okay.
So I think he was looking at the upgrades, but he didn't actually have anything to upgrade yet. And
so close.
And now it looks like Noisy's she's doing a mission right now.
Jericho just put more points on the board, it looks like.
Okay. So maybe he did. Maybe he was able to do.
Yep.
He did the upgrade once. Okay, good.
Great.
This is why we have a team, Trisha.
I love it. The team of fact checkers that are watching this to make sure that it's not just on Roby and I who are trying to watch 4 streams at the same time.
No, for sure not. That would be really bad, for sure. So, and again, I love, because again, you are getting here at twitch.tv/Intel, you are getting like the top level full like meal deal. But remember, at the same time, these streamers are streaming to all of their audiences and getting to enjoy and talk to them and play this game while at the same time also getting to participate and unlock these giveaways.
Yes.
All as part of Intel Gamer Days, right?
I love it so much. It makes me so happy. And Intel Gamer Days, for the past couple years at least that I have really been focused on it, is such a great way to feel like you're winning because you're getting great savings on gaming hardware, whether it be for the builders out there who are buying a CPU or for the folks who want a whole system, a desktop or a laptop. You're all set. But I love now that Intel Gamer Days also is things like Intel Plays Rumble, where you can support your favorite streamer and win prizes that way. It's winning all around.
It looks like Noisy
folks.
just getting another 1-pointer for a steal there.
Okay.
So, like, trying to get some more stuff. So, again, we got more steals going on. She's just trying to put, maybe she'll just wear him down.
Now,
a little
here's
bit
the
at a time.
thing with the Nyx steals, too. Nyx can't pickpocket everyone that you see, only certain targets.
Yeah, so you couldn't just sit there and like go and sit in the main city and just be like pickpocket everything.
Right, for 100 points.
It's
You can't do
usually
that.
like Imperial Stormtroopers, Pirate Syndicate lieutenants, stuff like that, and going from there. So again, we're just trying to figure out. Oh, okay, so I have done this before. And this, you need an ion blaster. Oh, no, never mind. This wasn't the ion. There is an ion blaster. This is not a mission. Oh, maybe this is. No, this is a mission.
Treasure retrieved.
It's an intelligent thing.
Okay.
Yep. So again,
Great.
he's pulling this, and you'll see the mission complete once he gets it done. If it shows the mission complete thing, he'll actually show it. So I don't think that was
A
actually.
little fast travel.
Yeah. So we'll go and turn that in, and then he goes from there. So these are what I was talking about. There's a number of these kind of smaller missions that can actually be really quick to just start marking up the points.
Great.
Now, we only have 5 minutes left.
Ooh.
So there's not a ton of time.
And we did cover this at the beginning, but if we don't have a complete knockout in either match, whichever player has gotten the most damage against their opponent would be the winner.
Absolutely. Now, a lot can still happen in 5 minutes. He's basically now working on finishing out missions. And then, so he's going to go and get another bounty mission here. And then, and then he's getting ready to finish this up. You're watching him in this mission. So this is another 10-point mission. I think this might be a 20-point. I don't know. Let's find out. I'm waiting to hear confirmation. This is a 20-point mission.
Oh, a 10-point mission.
Oh, 10-point mission. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is what happens when you talk over the people in your ear.
Yes, this is a 10-point mission. Which, some talking to get through before you can get your points.
But he's going to, at least it'll be done. And that was actually, when you think about how fast that was actually, there it is right there.
Quest completed.
There it is. And there it is, another 10-point hit. And Jericho putting more on Noisy Butters. And he's in a solid lead. So again, he's actually in a really good space. But I'd love to see in one of these where we actually see somebody get taken down. We have yet to see an Intel Plays Rumbles.
Ooh.
And we have tested this, guys. You could we have been able to very easily get 100 points of damage in 25 minutes.
Woo.
But Sabak, I just feel like is not the way to do it.
It's so funny that you say that, because that was my initial, when I looked at how we're scoring points today, I was like, oh, Sabak's the way to go.
It's
5
gambling.
games. But you're right, it's not a sure thing.
And the thing is that Sabak, you get better as you unlock more of these little tokens that allow you to change the rules of the game. But given that they're so early on.
They're very early
on. There's a lot more just RNG. And I feel like Lulu Lovely kind of saw some of that. Luckily, she actually has done a pretty good job of being well ahead in terms of Astrocross. So she was in a good place to go and test this theory.
Lulu just got a Nyx pickpocket.
There we go. So going for another. She's just turning that knife a
Tiny
little
bits
little
at a
tiny
time.
bits at a time. But the thing that's so funny is that she was in a good place to go and test this. So if she was going into round 2, she's like, hey, Sabak may not be the way to go about and do this, right? So
now, do you think any of our streamers at this point, with 3 to 4 minutes left, are thinking, all right, I have enough of a damage lead at this point, I'm going to start prepping for round 2?
We just saw an installation. Oh no, he was doing the upgrades. He just did an installation on his. So we just saw an install from Jericho on weapons. So there's another 10 points right there, right?
All right.
So yeah. Oh no, 5 points. That's a 5 point. So he is now 15 points away from being able to do an actual KO.
Ooh,
So
could it happen? I don't know. That's going to be tough.
that's going to be, 15 points if he can do like a single mission. But yeah, we're talking about 2 minutes. I don't know if that's something he's going to be able to do.
Let's see. It would be fun. I do hope we get to see a complete knockout at some point today.
Yeah, I'm trying to, So I think, fuel injectors are good. I don't know. I don't know if that's considered an upgrade. I think it might be. I'm waiting to hear from, because I think she just finished. Yeah, she's getting her ship, and this is actually a big mission.
We're hearing it is an upgrade.
It is an upgrade. So that was 5 points of damage right there from Jericho. And then now he's actually going on a main mission. So if he's actually able to finish his mission in 60 seconds, in 2 minutes, he would actually KO Noisy Butters. Okay, so he's got a new quest. He definitely gets the points, and now he could probably save that. Maybe he saves that for round 2 when he's gonna have a better chance there. So we'll have to see what he decides to do.
It also looks like Lulu might be getting an upgrade going here.
I think, yeah, you might be right. I think Lulu did just do an upgrade. Is that true, guys? We're just confirming that right there.
Oh, she was just looking.
She was just looking.
Okay.
Time is ticking. I think a lot of these guys may be looking at, what am I gonna do for round 2?
Yeah.
And
like I said, if you have enough of a damage lead at this point, this could be a good time to kind of shift to thinking about next round.
And looking just through the chats, like I'm looking at Jericho, and like his chat is like, wait till next round, just save it. Like you're in a solid win spot. So I love that the communities are also really getting into this to make sure that they are making sure they're like, hey, you know what I mean? And this is how you can go support your streamer. And on top of that, remember, in the next round, any one of these guys could activate a hype train and come away with double damage. So Jericho could go and finish that mission, do a double damage, and hit 40 points right there. And his community held a hype train for 15 minutes last time. So I mean, there's a lot of opportunity there to get some major points. So
that's a lot of hype.
I think it's really, really cool. Okay, and it looks like time is almost done. We're gonna look for that final win. Let's jump to the main screen so we can actually see those victory pages here in just a minute. So we'll bring up both of those, and we should see victory here. It feels like we have very clear winners here.
Yes.
With Lulu Lovely beating Across, and we have, there it is right there. It is officially done.
Yeah.
Basically, Noisy Butters beaten by Jericho, and we have Across being beat by Lulu Lovely. So our champions going into the next round are Lulu Lovely versus Jericho, and we got Across versus Noisy Butters. So
all right.
If you Across were hoping for a double, like a 2 winner, it looks like Across is not going to be getting that 2-fer on this one.
That's all right. Hey, there's still there's the gold and silver tiers. You could be the silver tier champion.
That's right.
Today.
In the end, the winner is the communities. They all win.
That's true.
And by the way, Alex says that he loves us. We're his favorite. Alex.
Alex, hi. We're a big fan of you as well, my friend.
Yes, we are your biggest fans. Yes, for sure. We were going to cosplay as you, but we lost the. We thought they said we needed hair.
We couldn't get the costume.
Yeah, we couldn't get the costume in time.
That's it.
Well, for those of you who don't know, we just finished round 2. Welcome to Intel Plays Rumble.
Yay.
It's a game within a game. It's Gameception. I am Justin Roby, aka Robitech, and I'm joined by
Trisha Hirschberger. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. It is an exciting day with lots of hardware giveaways from Intel and lots of really fun gameplay. Thanks to all of our streamers.
And remember, guys, we are playing Intel Plays Rumble, which essentially is a fighting game that is powered by players playing different games. And in this one, we are currently playing Star Wars Outlaws, and we are being joined by 4 amazing streamers representing Lenovo, Asus, Acer, and HP. But let's jump in and talk to them, because rumor is they're actually ready to go and chat. So we're going to bring all 5 of them up right now.
Hello.
And what is going on, guys?
Hello, hello.
Hello. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, so I want to kick off my first question to Lulu Lovely right here.
Do it.
Lulu, Sabak, do you feel like it's a solid strategy after basically playing as many rounds as you actually did?
Yeah, I think it worked. I also fed the little
Nix?
animal, Nix. I fed him, which took way longer than I thought, and then kind of cranked out some card games, and it paid off.
Do you think you're going to do a similar strategy for the next one, or do you feel like you might do some missions, or do you think it's going to change?
I might get try to get one Sabak win in, and then I was trying to figure out how to trigger the stormtroopers there and kill them.
That's a big one.
Maybe I'll try that.
Yeah. Noisy Butters, I wanted to ask, you had so many Nick's pickpocketings going on. You had that down for
I had no choice. Have you seen him? He's so talented at doing it. I had to show him off. It's a simple but effective maneuver.
I wish that the Nick's pickpocketing scored you more damage, though.
Okay, I'm sitting here just poking Jericho the entire time. That's fine by me.
It's perfect. Do you think for round 2 you're going to keep up with the pickpocket strategy?
I don't know. It depends on how many pockets there are to pickpocket, but for now, I'm sightseeing, enjoying the game, and having a good time. There's no particular strategy, just here to have fun.
Okay.
That's great. Well, we're having fun watching you, so thank you.
Now, Astrocross, you felt like for Elden Ring, you had a very solid strategy. This time, we actually see you gumming down to the silver bracket already off. You had a really tough time in that mission, running and gunning. What are you thinking about improving for round 2, and how are you feeling going into this round and what you just got finished doing? Oh. We actually asked across. Looks like you're muted. Sorry, just real quick to help you.
Can you guys hear me at all?
There we go.
Yes,
I just
now we
thought-
got
Okay,
you.
perfect.
I mean, you looked good while speaking, so I just wanted to let you go for a
Yeah.
little bit. But yeah, tell us what you're thinking.
No, I think the strategy for round 2, I'm just gonna be playing with the slot machines and hitting the cards and hope I get lucky with that because the mission structure is just not working for me.
Well,
But
you
that's
know,
okay.
there's some missions that move a little more quickly than others.
Yeah, that is definitely
yeah,
true.
They really want you to be stealthy, and I tried charging in over and over, and I got gunned down quite a bit.
We saw, but you know, a valiant effort. We were all very, very impressed.
Yeah, we actually were, and I think it's good. I saw the visible frustration. You were like, oh come on, and all that sort of stuff. But I think all in all, you still have a chance to walk away with a 14,700K. Jericho, right now, I feel like this is your redemption story.
This is it.
This is it. Like you were Mr. Tenacious last time. But I saw a Sabak win. It felt like you were it seems like you're having a lot of success here. How does it feel all in?
Yeah, so I mean, look, I didn't know what Spot was until about 45 minutes ago, and I locked in so hard, and I felt a little bad because I won very easily the first 2 times. So I was like, I should go do other things. And then I did the story missions, and I fed Nyx, you know, like Lulu, and that was way harder than it should have been. Like, really, like I don't know who had that much fun making that, but I enjoyed it. So I don't know if I'm gonna feed him again. That took too much time. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I just I definitely am in a better position than for Elden Ring.
Well, Jericho, I feel like exploring the game and the different breadth of activities that you can do to get damage against your opponent did really work out for you in round 1. So it sounds like just kind of keeping up with that may be the best course of action for round 2. We'll see.
And then another question for Lulu. Lulu, what do you think about this format sitting on top of a game like Star Wars Outlaws? Have you enjoyed the Intel Plays Rumble format? Like, does it change a little bit of how you approach a game and having something competitive for something that's not a competitive game?
I mean, I love anything that's competitive. So playing like a game within a game is fun. Elden Ring definitely was hard, a lot harder than this for me. Like I just not a Souls player. But no, it's a really cool like concept, and I like the making a non-competitive game competitive.
Awesome.
Me personally, I am not that much of a competitive player, so overlaying something like this, Noisy, I see you shaking your head. Are you typically a solo gamer?
Oh, she's a casual gamer to a T. I don't have a competitive bone in my body. I was dropped into this competition. Whoever's going against me, you're winning, and that's perfectly fine by me.
Wow! She's just gonna
give it up so
Noisy.
easily.
I mean, you can't-
No, I'm having fun. I'm not trying to get points. I'm just here to have a good time, and you know what I'm having? A good time.
A good time. And you
We love
always
it.
do, Noisy. You always do. Okay, so
It's true.
Across, do you feel like, I mean, now you're basically, like Noisy just basically told you she's going to give it to you. So
Here you go. Enjoy.
I'm gonna find some way to mess this up. I promise. Give me 30, 45 minutes. Watch it happen.
It's going to become the opposite competition where
Yep.
everyone's going to try to do as little damage as possible
Yeah,
to see who can throw the match first.
I want
Only pickpocketing.
I want to see a win, though. I want to see a full defeat. And I will say, Jericho and Lulu Lovely, this is going to be a really, like, you guys feel like you have this one could be a real match. Jericho, going into this, like, you're already right on the cusp of a big story mission. How are you feeling? Do you feel like Lulu's going to have to start prepping?
I'm gonna do this story mission off the rip right after I play one game of Sabak so I can feel good. And then
Okay.
if I need to return, I will come back and I will run those tables, and then I will be in a better place. But yeah, I gotta see this story mission through. You know, it's a lot of points.
Are
Yeah.
you going to skip cutscenes to get through the story mission faster, or are you
I
going
don't
to
know
experience
anybody's
it?
name.
Okay,
None.
okay.
Don't know anything going on.
And then again, remember community, guys. This is the thing, is you can activate a hype train that's going to do double damage. That can always come in as well. So if you are watching your favorite streamer, again, you got Noisy Butters. She's twitch.tv/NoisyButters. You got twitch.tv/LuluLovely, twitch.tv/Jericho, and twitch.tv/Astacross. We're going to let them get back to prepping for the next round. You guys, looking forward to seeing who the winner is. Best of luck to you and your communities, and we will let you go.
Bust a saber, everybody.
Bye,
You
guys.
guys, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, that is it. They are off. They are 6 minutes until we kick things off.
This is so much fun.
I think this is like the energy is electric. And the other thing, too, is I will say when I got most excited was at the end of Elden Ring last time. Literally, it was neck and neck. And I feel like the matchup between Jericho and Lulu Lovely
It's gonna be
could
tough.
very much be that. And we might be able to see our first KO. Now that you've seen the rounds, who are you picking as your favorite? I'm putting you on the spot.
It's so hard. Now that I've seen some gameplay, I still love the absolute positivity coming out of Noisy Butters, but I don't know. There's something about this matchup between Lulu Lovely and Jericho that really has me just like on the edge of my seat. You know what I mean? Like I don't know who's going to take it, but I feel like now that round one is underway and people know how the damage works and they've started to see just how long it takes to feed Nyx, just how long it takes to do all the different things that you need to do for the damage, right? Like now we're gonna see some real pro strats in place, I think.
Now, I just want to put, I want to put out there. I want to proclaim to the universe
Do it.
what we are, what we are unlocking. Because right
'Kay.
now we have Jericho who's unlocked a swag kit for his community.
Congratulations.
Lulu Lovely unlocking a swag kit for their community.
Congratulations.
But there are some amazing laptops that are up for grabs. And so let's kick it
Yes.
off right now. We'll do it in alphabetical order. First and foremost, we got Astacross. He's representing Team Asus. And let's show, we got the ROG Strix G16,
Beautiful.
16-inch, 165 hertz display, a Core i7 13650, an RTX 4060, 1 terabyte of NVMe storage, 16 gigs of DDR5, and a partridge in a pear tree.
And honestly, I love the aesthetic of this laptop as well. It's got kind of that more edgy, gamer-looking aesthetic. So some really nice transparent accents on the space bar and your WASD. It's a really nice looking laptop, and I think someone will be very, very lucky to take that home today. And just to clarify, Roby, they don't need to win anything to unlock the laptop
No.
giveaways today.
That is just happening.
The laptop giveaways are just happening.
So choose your favorite streamer. Speaking of that, let's head to the next one, which would be LMN. Yeah, that's right. Lulu Lovely, Team Lenovo. She's got that Legion Pro 5i 16-inch laptop. It's got, again, 14900HX on that one, Core i9, 16-inch WGXGA 165 hertz screen. We got a 4060, 1 terabyte NVMe drive, 16 gigs of DDR5. You are actually using the Slim, the Lenovo Slim yourself.
Ooh,
Amazing laptop. Per key RGB. Love this. I love the Legion. If we go to show our screen here, I love
Yep.
the Legion actually on the side there.
Right
These are
here.
beautiful laptops. And then one of the other things they love to do, if you look on the back here, notice how it lights up for the so you can see the so
we
you can
have
actually see
some
where the ports
accents.
are and stuff like that. So beautiful laptop. I love Lenovo Legions. They're some of my favorite
Yeah.
laptops, and I really love doing that. Then
Very sleek.
Going to Noisy Butters. This is Team Acer, Predator Helios Neo 16. Again, we got to show this one on Intel Live, Core i9 14900HX. We got a 1900 by 1200 WUXGA screen with 165 hertz refresh rate.
Yeah, you got it.
RTX 4060, a 1 terabyte SSD, 16 gigs of DDR5, and ports for days. Showing this one, beautiful. Again, per key, very, very gamer.
Yes.
Celebrating Intel Gamer Days, beautiful, beautiful laptop. And then you want to talk about Jericho and what he's doing?
Yes, and of course Jericho is Team HP for today. So if you're an HP Omen fan, this is the HP Omen. What is that?
The 16, yeah.
16, HP Omen 16 today with a 14th gen Intel Core i7. That's the i7 14650HX. It's got a 16.1 inch. Let's go ahead and say, you know, just a little bit more. 16.1 inch
Just
anti-glare.
a little bit.
Just a little bit. IPS micro edge full HD, 144 hertz display, rocking an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060 GPU and 1 terabyte of PCIe M.2 NVMe Gen 4 solid state drive. 32 gigabytes of DDR5 in this one, by the way, which I feel like a lot of the gaming laptops coming out nowadays are 16 gigabytes of DDR5 because DDR5 is, of course, so snappy that we can get by with 16. But having 32 is just that really, really lovely step up. And like you say, Roby, ports for days. Many ports.
Well, let's show the games because now we have the gold and silver. The game's just about to start in just about 30 seconds, so we'll bring those up. Get ready to see the fights here in just a second. Hopefully, we'll get them up.
I also love all the chippy love.
I know, we're getting the chippy love right now.
All the chippy love in chat is noted.
And then hopefully we'll get to see the game kick off because it starts at 5:15, which is just in 1 minute, and then we start it all over again as we get ready for round 2. And remember, this is the round where the winner unlocks a 14900K beautiful desktop processor, as well as the Intel Core i7 14700K. And I think the game has officially started, guys, 45 minutes in. And one other thing I want to point out, I don't know if people noticed this, but the arenas are actually done
themed
after the different supporters. So for Team Lenovo, which is Lulu Lovely, and Team HP, which is Jericho, they are fighting in those arenas right now. And there it is. The fight is there, and it is officially started. Here we go, 45 minutes. And people are off and going. And I want to show you something. Let's just zoom in on Jericho's stream real quick. Look at what he's added. He's added a little Alex cosplay. He threw on a sweatband. Like he's ready. He's ready to go after it already.
I see it. Okay.
And he's going for a steal to get his first points already.
Sometimes just having the initial points on the board feels real good, even if it's only 1 point.
So he did a steal, and now he's going right into Sabak.
Yep. That's what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to Sabak and then main story mission it.
And there's our first kick right there, and 1 point already off for Lulu Lovely, and he has kicked things off. Now Lulu already in Sabak. So I feel like the Sabak strategy is where these two. Will it be a gambler's paradise for the next 45 minutes? We're just going to have to wait and see.
You know, Roby, from how you said your experience with Sabak went, I feel like maybe Jericho and Lulu are in for a rude awakening.
Maybe. I mean, I feel like Jericho came away and said, I just dominated, and he
was like, I want to feel good about round 2, so I'm going to start off with a quick win in Sabak. And I was like, okay, we'll see. We'll see if that goes your way.
Well, she's got an imposter card, and then the other thing, too, is that she's got a die roll. Now, the one thing that's really hard about that is that if the die ends up being like a prime Sabak or something like that, that could be very, very powerful. But the other two is, I will tell you, man, die rolls don't have a tendency to do all that well for me. And then Noisy Butters, literally just chilling. She was showing a coffee mug, and now she's getting ready to get started, but she's just having a good time playing the game. And it looks like Astacross looks like he's touring the bar. So maybe he's trying to find out where Sabak is.
I'm telling you, they may be doing the strat of who can throw the game the hardest to help their teammate win, to help their opponent win.
Yeah. So again, right now we're looking at basically Astacross. Maybe he's just trying to find out how to do new tricks, but it feels like he's got a great opportunity, just specifically given the Noisy, and maybe this is just Noisy trying to make him feel confident. Then she comes back with a big surprise.
I would
and tries
love
to get
that.
those Death Troopers.
That'd be really cool.
And then, so for those who don't know, the reason we're doing this is to celebrate Intel Gamer Days.
Yes, let's celebrate.
And Intel Gamer Days, on top of just having cool things like Intel Plays Rumble, etc., is one other thing I would definitely check is head over to Intel's Discord, discord.gg/Intel. There are still many other events that are going to be happening over the next 5 days as we get ready to close out Intel Gamer Days. So you can check those out for things like, I know Origin streamed, Ustream for Amazon as well.
Yep, yeah, there's so many different events that are happening for Intel Gamer Days, but on top of all the different events, there's also some great deals going on. So if you are looking to pick up a new CPU, a new gaming laptop, a new gaming desktop, now is the time to do it during Intel Gamer Days. It goes on until September 15th, so you still have, what is that, 5 more days? 5 more days to score the deals.
And that's 5 days that you can also, that's 5 days of also saving, right? So checking out all of those places is a great place to go and do a good time to basically get into a PC build if you're looking for something.
Yep.
And we just saw Jericho winning his first game of Sabak, so maybe,
all right,
you know, it's It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off. You know what I'm saying?
Now let's see if Jericho does decide to do some main story mission or decides to sit pretty with
He's gone
more
for a
Sabak.
second game already. And then it looks like Noisy Butters, it looks like she's doing another Nyx treat. So I don't know if this is something I haven't seen before. So maybe I think she might be going the Nyx strategy. I'm gonna steal
would be a great strategy.
and feed
Feeding Nyx is 10 points.
as much as I can. And what if that would be the surprise? Like Astacross comes to find out that basically it's like she just feeds Nyx a lot, and she has a really fat Nyx.
I don't know if there is a weight gain mechanic on Nyx in this game, but feeding Nyx for the full 100 points would be hilarious.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that would be something that nobody ever expected. And that's one of the things that I actually really like about this particular format is each of the streamers can kind of choose how they want to basically go about this, which is really cool. Now, guys, you might be saying, hey, Roby, you talked about those amazing laptops. You know, Trisha's been talking about like supporting all these streamers. Let's bring up the list of the streamers here because again, you got to choose one. You got to go support one because if you want to unlock, on top of us giving away a 14900K here at twitch.tv/Intel.
There they are.
There they are. Guys, if you want to go support Team Legion and Lulu Lovely, head on over to twitch.tv/Lulu Lovely.
Or you can go and support HP, Team HP with Jericho, twitch.tv/Jericho.
Yeah, and then or you can jump over to Astacross, twitch.tv/Astacross, that beautiful Asus Strix G16, and that's happening right now.
It certainly is. Or you could head on over to Noisy Butters channel, twitch.tv/Noisy Butters, to check out that gorgeous Acer Predator Helios.
Yeah, so
nice.
remember, go and each of these, US, Canada, Mexico, each of the streamers are giving it away their way, right? So again, choose your favorite streamer, jump into that stream and support them, and then stay here at twitch.tv/Intel as your opportunities to just kind of see the whole global thing.
And well, we've got giveaways here too.
Yeah, we did. We just gave away a swag kit just not that long ago, and then we're still going to be giving away. A 14900K as well. And it looks like Jericho. Let's head over there. First loss in Sabak.
Oh,
First
that's gotta
loss in
sting.
Sabak. So there it is. Now he's got to decide,
my
what am I going to
friend.
do? I see him looking at the map. So
Well, that's the plan was main story mission after this.
Yeah.
At least that's what he said during the interviews. We'll see if he
maybe
sticks to it.
this is the first time where he saw a loss. And you know what? Still a game of Sabak. I mean, let's go ahead and look at the global 2 fight games right here with the gold and the silver round. And you can just look at the timer. We've had 6 minutes go by. Now he's played 2 rounds of Sabak. I mean, again, 3 to 4 minutes per round. And if you're not guaranteed to win, I mean, you know, he still has to win half of those. That time could go by really, really quickly.
It certainly could, but I will say I feel like, and maybe I'm imagining this, Roby, so correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like we have less damage on the board at this point in round 2 than we did at this point in round 1.
Yes, I feel that way too. Even though we had those Sabak hits, which were, again, those are good, basically 20-point hits. We had a lot of kind of like introductory missions, some stealing and all that sort of stuff. So yes, you are right. It feels like it's a bit slower in terms of putting damage on the board. And again, either one of these guys, I mean, if he goes and does a hype train, that could very well be a 40-point Sabak game or a 40-point big mission game, depending on what you want to do. And remember, those missions, the bigger story missions, even though they can be a bit longer, a lot of times they'll come with upgrades. So that could be, 45 points or even 50 points just by finishing in 15 minutes.
You bring up a great point when you say that. So maybe the play is to just go main story missions and see, because we are very early in the game, so there would conceivably be upgrades that go along with them naturally.
Yep.
But then if you're going to do it, are you going to full-on Leroy Jenkins it, or are you going to stealth as it seems the game wants you to do?
And it's interesting because we're here with Astacross, and he's basically, he's exploring, figuring out missions, all that sort of stuff. But, he talked about very simply that he spent a lot of time, specifically in this case, where he spent a ton of time trying to run and gun, and that ended up costing him a lot of time. And the game has a great mix of stealth, and it has a great mix of run and gun action. And so, if you run and gun, you do have a tendency to get overwhelmed by the number of enemies on the screen. So,
yes.
Okay. And so Lulu does have a hype train right now.
Go,
so
Lulu,
there we go.
win this Sabak.
And then if she pulls off a Sabak, which she right now has Sabak. she has a prime sabak. So I think she's got a hype train, and there it goes right there. So she's out of hype train, and if she gets sabak, that would be 40 points.
Come on, that would be amazing.
And I'm wondering what Jericho's face is going to be like when he sees that
when that happens.
When he sees that kind of happen. So we're going to sit there and see what happens.
That would be such a great play.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going in there. And the other thing too is I also find it interesting is anybody letting them know like what's happening on the other, like, oh, she's got to.
I feel like there have to be chatters on Intel's page right now, as well as their preferred streamer that they're supporting, kind of relaying some of the things that we're probably saying in terms of strategy and what their competitors are doing, letting them know so that they can best move forward with their own plans.
Yep. So again, I feel like did she just win that? I feel like that was just a win. Am I mistaken there? We're waiting for a call from the not yet. Okay. No, okay. So
just first round.
Okay, just first round. So she's still got 3 more rounds to go.
Yep.
And she's still trying to pull it off there, but she has a level 5 hype train, and they're gonna have to pull that through for the entire time.
That's gonna be so tough.
She's got 4 minutes and 20 seconds, so I feel like this could still pay off for her, like if she gets in there. And then Astacross, basically getting some missions. Okay, so he's got some intel, but again, he actually hasn't.
Now for these intel quests, do you have to turn them back in?
Okay, so I think he just did. He's getting some data pads and stuff like that. So these are all the intel things we talked about. Remember, there's a ton of these things here, and these can be very, very quick finishes. So, I mean, again, it really kind of comes down to you. But right now, he's trying to get out of the area. You can see up there in the very top, that little yellow. He's 20-ish meters away from where he essentially needs to be.
He's supposed to steal a blaster part, it looks like.
Yep. And then this is like what he's trying to work on right now.
Yep.
And that's where we're kind of at. And there's like he's going to climb up there and try and see what he can do. So Astacross working on a mission. And then when you steal that blaster part, presumably you then upgrade using that blaster part that you just got, again, for just stacking those points. Okay, so this mission that he's doing right now, this mission is actually pretty crazy. So this is a main story mission, and the other thing too is what you have to do is you have to free the animals and steal something.
Ooh.
But I will be honest, this mission is a lot of stealth. He has to be very, very patient. And there's a little bit of fail and learn here, so there's a little Elden Ring. So it'll be interesting to see if this is something he just died. Yeah. So that's going for there.
That's all right. You got this. I want to see if Jericho can, kind of switch gears over to the stealth, or if Jericho's going to still continue to try to just force his way through.
Yeah, and it's unlike Astacross. We haven't seen him do like a big story mission in the right way. It looks like did we have something that just happened? It looks like we're. Okay, so it looks like Noisy just stole.
Astacross, just did a little Nick steal, so a little 1 point of damage there.
Point. There you go. It's like
I feel like it's just a little tap. It's just a little tap.
And maybe it's a little bit of playing. Maybe it's a little bit of playing with Noisy, knowing that Noisy is just doing Nick's type stuff. That he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna do a little punch with you. You know what I mean? So
maybe.
Yeah, which is actually pretty funny, which is nice. So we got
know your opponent.
Yeah, know your opponent and like a little bit of mind games. Okay, so and then looks like Jericho's already starting with just killing everybody. No stealth. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this my way and get people going. I will tell you, this is not gonna go well, especially if they set off the alarms, because there are a lot of guys here. This is a very similar place to what you saw with Astacross earlier, but this one is a bigger story mission, and I will tell you, there are a lot of dudes in this one.
Yep.
And he needs some backup right now.
Well, it's funny, in a game like this Astacross just did a little pickpocketing. It's funny when you play games like this that give you the opportunity of, do you want to force your way through or do you want to stealth your way through? When you consider what other games that streamer plays.
Yep,
right? Like if that streamer predominantly is out there playing shooters, then it would make sense that one would tackle this kind of problem like that.
Yep. So we're trying to see what's going on here. It looks like she's still at the sabak table. She's got one for basically a good sabak on the, she's got the imposter card, and then she could pull, she's gonna have to bet to kind of see what she gets here. So, there's a lot. Oh, looks like we have another. Okay, we got another steal.
Way to go, Astacross.
Astacross he's like, I'm just gonna do a little bit of damage at a time. Just gonna keep things going.
It's a friendly competition.
It is a friendly
there
competition.
in the silver tier.
And in the end, the people who win are the communities,
It's
right?
true.
It's like nobody, like it's not like the streamers, they're here, they're doing this for you guys, and the people who win in the end are actually you guys, the community. Now he can right over here to his left. Does he see it? Okay, good. That's a solid, because now what he's doing is he's turning off.
You're talking about
that alarm.
Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho turned off the alarm, so that's going to make finishing this even as a run and gun a whole lot easier.
Oh yes.
But he's got a lot of attention right now. Oh, good punch. There
Nice
you go.
hit.
Okay, so now he still has to. He's got to be able to open that door,
so many-
and he's got a lot of people to
So
kill.
many enemies.
Yeah, and I love the cool off mechanic there for the. Okay, so look, I think he's alone. I think he's. Oh no, never mind. Still somebody there.
Maybe now?
Nope, maybe now. I don't know. He's gonna go for some Bacta, I think. Oh, he got the card. Okay, so he's
Nice.
got the actual card now. So now he can open that door.
Break into the operations building.
He is doing this very, very quickly. So I'd have to say, this is actually going really, really well. This could be a very solid 20 points, but.
See, Roby, you doubted.
But Lulu has a hype train.
Lulu does have a hype
She
train.
still has a hype train. She's still playing that Sabak. She still has 3 minutes and 17 seconds on this hype train. And okay, so she's still good, and now she just won Sabak. So there it is, hype train plus
a
Sabak.
level 7 hype train,
Yeah,
too.
level 7 hype train with Sabak, and that is 40 points. Let's see how Jericho reacts to this. So that's a 40-point hit. Lulu's been taking it. Oh! I'm going to go jump over to Jericho's stream and just see if he noticed the hit.
Oh, come on.
Ruh-roh, I just saw it. I basically see people reacting. They're like, you know what I mean? But again, he's almost finished with this mission. All he has to do is clear the area.
And this is a 10-point mission.
And this is a
20-point mission.
This is one of the main missions. So yeah, this is actually one of the bigger missions. So this could be a big one. Oh, he's got somebody noticed him.
That's all right. He took care of it.
He took care of it, right? So he's got to get this door open, and then he'll be able to get this done too, because all I think he has to do is just a little bit that's left here. And he's just got to get this rhythm. Look at his head. He's working on the rhythm. He was like, dude.
You gotta focus. I feel like I am not alone in being a streamer that when you really have to focus, you just get like game face on.
Yep, for
and you
sure.
look a little silly for a little bit, but you're like, you know what? I'm sorry. I need to get past this one part. Everyone will understand.
Okay, and then it looks like Astacross is doing some hacking, trying to unlock an Imperial terminal. He's trying to figure what is he like. I'm trying to figure out what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to sabotage something.
Okay.
And it looks like he's trying to figure out what he's supposed to do here. So it looks like he's just trying to figure this out right now from his mission, because he actually got through the rest of it pretty quick. Okay, there it is. There's the sabotage.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the sabotage right here. So this is what he's got to finish out. And there it is on the left. He's looking too fast. To the left. There it is. No, left. He's got to turn around.
Your other left.
There it is. Yeah, there he finally sees it. And then now he's able to do the sabotage right there.
Okay.
Yeah, and there he goes. Okay, so now he's got that. Now let's see if he remembers to have Nyx actually go and open the door. He's got to remember to have Nyx. He might have seen it. Nope. He's going to go find out he's locked in.
Okay.
So this is Astacross, but he did it. It's very similar to what Astacross just did, but he did it way faster.
Okay.
So he's just got to send Nyx in, and he has to look through the window. Oh, okay, there he is. Oh no, he's got it. Okay, so now he's just got to clear the area and get out of there.
And up you go.
Up you go. Now he's got another. We're gonna see some head bobbing here in a sec. Here we go. What? Okay, he's through, and then he's just got to climb the ladder and get out the vent, and he's got that mission.
Nice. And Lulu Lovely's still going for Sabak.
Oh, and Jericho's mission was just a 10-point. Our bad. So that was just a 10-point mission, but still 10 points.
Yes.
And
nice.
there you go. And Lulu's gonna see that hit here in just a second.
Yup.
Honestly, he did that mission way faster than Astacross did.
You were a doubter,
yeah,
my friend.
I was not a doubter.
You were like, this part's too hard. You can't force your way in. You're gonna have to stealth it. He did it. He did it.
Yeah, he did. He did a very good job. You're right. I need to back my streamers more. Or if you back your favorite streamer, you could win big.
Yes.
Which
That's
is
what
which
it's
is
all
absolutely
about.
true. Now the question is, now Jericho's looking at this. He's on back heels here. Like he had a lot of strategy that didn't pay off during our Elden Ring round of Intel Plays Rumble. But this one, oh, and Lulu still has a hype train.
Oh my goodness, Lulu, get this next round of Sabak with another hype train. That would be out of control.
Yeah, she's at level 8. She still has 3 minutes left. It looks like her community just making sure they want to win.
Yeah, community, just, every now and then, just support with some bits. Like, you got it.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 52 seconds. But I will tell you, remember, every time a hype train gets higher, it takes more to get it to the next tier.
Yep,
so
it sure
the
does.
community's really got to step up here if they want to support her. And I will say, this game is really close between Lulu Lovely and Jericho. So she's pulling out all the tricks. She's basically sending Nyx to go
spy.
all this sort of stuff. And
Oh, I love this.
oh yeah, she's trying to figure out anything.
Okay, how does that dude not know that Nyx was just on his back?
That's what I was saying. That seems really like, how do you not know that thing? He's not small.
No.
Maybe he's light as air. I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay, so she has the option of basically rolling, and then that other one, that's a really high card. So I don't know what she's gonna do here. We're gonna see. Okay, she's drawing that one. Okay, so that's a solid one right there.
Get it.
No, yes, just Discord. Get rid of the. Yeah, there you go.
Let's see if we got it.
Yeah. Okay, so she's got a nice sabak there.
Do it.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, looks like Astacross is doing some upgrades.
Yeah, he is. He looks like he can do that. There you go. He
Get
got the
those
required
upgrade
items.
points.
There he goes. Looks like that. Did that count? I
That should be 5 points
that should
of
be
damage.
5 points. Okay, she's got it. She has a prime sabak. So all in all, remember she has to have enough to beat all of them. But there it is. She's got 4.
Nice.
And that is a win. And I think she's got it. There's another win right there from her. And with the hype train active, that is another 40 points. 40 points. Now, the question is, when Jericho, is he going to notice?
Oh my goodness,
Jericho's
look
going
at
to notice
that.
the hit.
Did we do it again, chat?
Uh-oh.
I'm-
People are noticing.
I'm so sorry, Jericho.
Okay,
that
so-
was a wallop.
That was a wallop. 20. I feel like Lulu could be the first one to actually pull in there, to pull off. And there's still
A full KO.
A full KO, and there's still 25 minutes left of 25 minutes left of the game. So I feel
Wow.
like the sabak strategy is paying off here. And the other thing too is the hype train just went to level 9, and she's going
No.
for another sabak win.
Oh,
so if she
no.
does this,
She doesn't even need the hype train, though. If she gets the Sabak win, even without the hype train, she's got this. But give her the hype train anyway, because we love Lulu
oh yeah,
Lovely.
she's got it 4
Keep
minutes and
that
30
going.
seconds and going from there. Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's no matter what. If she wins one game of sabak, and Jericho's got to start doing something.
Yes.
Because he's gonna go. I mean, again, he's probably still got the most damage. I mean, right now, Astacross in a very comfortable place with Noisy Butters to basically pull this out. And yeah, this is.
Astacross and Noisy Butters are just like, I don't know, they're just hanging out. They're just having a great time together playing Star Wars Outlaws today.
and it's so funny watching Jericho's audience being like, "Go play sabak." We got to see Jericho's audience though throw into some hype trains, because I mean this is what he's going to need to be able to pull this stuff out. If he's going to do similar things, and again, this is still gambling, right? Like it is RNG.
Jericho, go for the Death Trooper squad.
Yeah, that is
Go
another
for
option
it.
too. He could just go get level 6 and try and go get Death Troopers.
Yes.
That would be 80 points.
It would be.
It'd be 80 points,
Yep.
but that is not an easy thing. And again, I'm going to go to the judges here. If he were able to do a hype train with the Death Trooper squad, would that be enough to beat her?
I think it would.
I think it would. I mean, if I were him, that's what I would probably do.
Yeah,
it
that
would. Okay, I
would be
get
that would be game.
confirmation.
I mean, no
That
big deal. We're just saying if you can rack up the most damage that we've given you the option to rack up with a hype train,
But Jericho
then you could do
is
it.
sitting down for sabak.
All right.
He's gonna take. This is gonna be a sabak to sabak finale.
I love it.
Of trying to get that last little bit of points. And meanwhile, Noisy Butters she's just enjoying the game. she's actually doing one of these. She's actually inside of. She actually looks like she's inside of the Crimson Dawn. The Crimson Dawn city.
Oh,
right.
don't walk
Sorry.
into that barrier.
Yeah,
no.
she's inside of the Crimson Dawn base right now, and that's where she's essentially at. I don't know if there's a mission or something that she's working on. Oh, and he's got a new quest.
Quest completed.
Astacross getting 10 points right there.
Good job,
And there's a
Astacross.
hit on Noisy Butters. And Noisy just, you know what? She's just going to have a good time.
She's just chilling.
Okay, so Jericho going at it, Lulu going at it, and we're on turn 3. She's passing. She still has a hype train.
Wow.
But, okay, so now they're rolling for the round. Let's see what we got here.
Lulu's community really coming through on that hype train today. Well
okay,
done.
now this is the die thing. I will tell you, this has cost me in the past.
This is your least favorite
Yeah,
part.
and she has no good die. No good die. She's
Rough.
gonna get she actually pulled a 3-3 sabak, but she ended up and she won. And there it is. That's it. That's
She
it.
just won?
She just
Lulu?
won. Lulu just
Lulu,
took out.
lovely. Let's watch this
Let's watch
final
this
hit.
Let's watch the final hit, and there it is. Our first Intel play.
Look at her celebrating.
Rumble. Rick, and there it is. Jericho with the loss. Lulu
wanted
taking it all.
You
right
wanted
there.
to see the KO, and you got it, my friend.
Yeah, and there it is right there. Knockout with the hype train. Lulu's community coming in clutch. Because remember, she got to do what is essentially in 3 rounds, what would have
Yeah.
taken 5 wins.
Yep.
And there it is right there, guys. The sabak win, and she pulls off. Now that means that she has unlocked a 14900K for her
Yes, she
community.
did.
She's
Great
unlocked
job.
an Intel swag kit for her community, and
And the Lenovo Legion
that
Pro.
Lenovo Legion Pro 5i. Let's actually show that laptop real quick so we can actually show what she's unlocking as well. So this is the Lenovo Legion Pro 9i, 5i. So
Yes, here, I've got it.
yeah, so this is a Intel Core i9 14900HX. It's got a Windows 11 Home. It's got a 16-inch 165Hz screen, an RTX 4060, a 1 terabyte solid state drive, 16 gigs of DDR5, and ports for days.
Ports for days.
Plus that beautiful Legion logo on it and all that sort of stuff. Absolutely stunning laptop. And again, this is who won today's
Yay.
Intel Plays Rumble. And basically just by doing sabak. And so, you know what she's doing? She's like, you know what? I'm just going to put insult to injury, and I'm just going to play some more sabak right now.
Just enjoy.
Now, Jericho, at this point in time, he's just doing the same thing. Might as well finish out a game. And now it really comes down to who's going to win the silver round.
The silver tier. Okay, silver tier.
It's going in there, and it feels like Astacross, again, very, very solid lead here. 10 points. But here's the deal. I feel like Astacross, this is where you say, I'm going to go for the Death Trooper.
I mean, that would be awesome if Astacross decided to do that, because I would love to see that at some point during today's stream. And if not, after the stream is over, I think I'm going to go home and try to take out a Death Trooper squad on my own just to see it done. I need to see it. But honestly, I feel like Astacross and Noisy Butters are just having like the most polite matchup that ever did live.
Yeah. And Astacross just did an upgrade, so there's
Okay.
5 points
Yep,
right there,
yep.
so a little bit more damage on Noisy Butters, which is absolutely cool. So again, we got some in there, but let's just see if Astacross could go for like a riddle guttural win, like a nice 40-point win there. And then at the same time, this one right here actually kicks off a much larger mission, and that would be a 20-point mission. And then if he did that with a hype train, that would be a 40-point mission. So the question is whether he decides to go for this or if he decides to do something else.
We
So,
shall see. New
we shall
quest
see.
false flag, and that is a 10-point quest.
Okay, now I will say, looking at Astacross's chat, people are going with me. They're saying, go for the Death Troopers. Go and get it. Let's see what happens. But let's see what he does. He's going to go for the main quest. Because again, this is 20 points. I mean, it's an entertaining thing for his stream to get to see. And again, it's still going to be, it's a solid hit at the very end. And his team could literally just add that hype train there at the very end and actually just double the points. And that would be a 40-point hit.
Yep. And I see his chat talking about that. Of if we can get that hype train at exactly the right time, he can score more points.
Yeah, for sure. So it's just really going to be up to him. Now, in terms of... And then we got another sabak win. Who is that? Lulu pulling out another solo Louis.
Lulu's going for extra credit
Yeah,
today.
she's just like, if we could do negative damage, we would absolutely do this. But she is like, you know what? I just want to show you I am Sabak Queen.
Yes.
And then in the end, if she wins one more Sabak, she could have done it without the hype train.
It's not a fluke at all.
No, he's got it. He's definitely have it going in there, and yeah, that is absolutely awesome.
How
and I
funny.
think is her hype train? No, her hype train is officially finally done. Going from there, which is actually pretty cool. So it feels like she is starting some of her stuff right now because she's definitely got the win, so she's getting some of that stuff going right now. Now, her hype train is still going. She's got a level time. Oh no, so it looks like
So that would have been another 40 points of damage on that Sabak win with the hype train. Way to go, Lulu's community.
Yeah, so
level 10 hype train's amazing.
Now, Noisy, well, we're down our last 15 minutes of Intel Plays Rumbles, and we still have Noisy's just playing the game. She's exploring. She's having a good time. It definitely feels like she named her strategy. I'm just going to let Astacross win. I'm just going to make this fun
She's
for my
just gonna
community.
have a good time.
And her community still wins by winning that beautiful Acer Predator Helios Neo 16. In fact, let's take a look at that laptop. If you want to get a chance to win this and you really love Team Acer, head on over. This is a Core i9 14900HX, a 16 by 1200, beautiful 165 hertz, 16-inch screen, 4060, 1 terabyte NVMe drive, and 16 gigs of DDR5.
Yes, that 1900 by 1200 165 hertz display is really lovely on that model, I have to say.
Yeah, and the thing that's so nice about it is it's refresh rate plus resolution, and the CPU and the GPU are such a great mix. Now, new for us.
Okay.
Somebody's in space.
Hey-o! Astacross took it to space, folks.
Yeah, so we actually are getting to see like the full kind of full round of Star Wars Outlaws now with Kves in her ship right now, going and doing a space mission, which is cool. So this is something you guys haven't got to see. If you want to see this, yeah, it puts the star in Star Wars. If you want to see this, head on over to Astacross. He's supporting Team Asus. This is an RSG Strix G16, and he's currently doing some space stuff. So you've seen a lot of Sabak. You've seen a lot of Nyx, but if you want to see that, head over to twitch.tv/Astacross and potentially walk away with one of those laptops, which would be awesome as well. And
I love that all of our streamers get to give away laptops today, and not just any laptops, like some really nice, high performance, again, thanks to Intel, gorgeous gaming laptops for their communities. This is awesome.
And the best thing about it is this is, again, all a big celebration. It's been all about gamers this entire time as part of Intel Gamer Days, and this has just been one of many activations. I mean, you got to participate with your Amazon Live one. That was super fun. We also got to do, and again, we still have Intel Live where we're going to be wrapping this all up. Coming up on Friday, playing a very, very crazy game. So again, there's many things. Head over to discord.gg/Intel for your chance to see all of the other things that are happening as we kind of get towards the tail end.
Well, and the Intel Gamer Days savings are going strong till September 15th. So pick your favorite electronics retailer and get in on the Intel Gamer Days savings.
And that's desktop CPUs, laptops, and so much more, guys. So it's definitely worth checking out. And I love the way you said that, your favorite e-tailer.
Oh, I thought I said retailers, but e-tailers works too. Yes,
Okay,
you can do that as well. But no, I mean, I often hear from different community members that they wish they could have a premium high-performance gaming PC, but they don't have the funds, right? Like, we hear this a lot. So if you're going to put it together piece by piece, especially if you're building it yourself, go right now. I think I saw a 14th gen Intel Core, was it either an i7 or an i9 that was like 40+% off. It was amazing. The deals are really good right now.
And then the only two is if you don't want to basically build your own, there's also amazing deals from a ton of pre-built manufacturers as well. So
laptops,
all in all,
desktops.
great time to shop for some hardware.
Totally.
Okay, so Astacross still trying to work on this mission right now. He's basically showing some more space stuff there. It's looking at Jericho right now, who's literally now just in exploration mode.
Yes.
And Lulu, who is, I think she's just basking in the win. I'll be honest, right? She's kind of exploring, getting to look. All of the pressure's off. She dominated.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
it's
She
all
dominated.
fun now.
Yeah, it's all fun now. She just
Although-
gets to show off the rest of the stuff, which is pretty cool.
I feel like Lulu's current strategy is what we've been seeing Noisy Butters do this whole round.
Yes.
Just enjoy the game.
Just enjoy the game, which has been absolutely awesome. And I hope you guys, I'd love to get your guys' feedback now that you've seen the game. Now that you guys have seen a couple round of Intel Plays Rumbles, what do you guys think? Do you guys love the way that this format is? Would you love to see more of these? Let it be known in the chats and let us know that you are enjoying this and that this is something you guys love seeing, because the cool thing is this is something we could put on pretty much any game, which would be okay.
With just adjusting what scores, different point values, etc. This is really fun.
Even from the last one, we added the timer, we added the fight, we added the score system, we added a lot of things to make it way easier for players to know, for viewers to know and community members to know. Noisy just doing a hit.
Noisy!
Just took a bit of damage there, but just we made it easy so you guys can follow along. And I feel like hopefully this is much easier for you guys to follow along with and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's important when you're doing, especially in a live format, people can drop in and out at any time. So having people to be able to get all that information just at a glance from a quick graphic is really hard to do. So well done to the team at Intel Plays Rumble.
There we go.
For putting it together in a way that's so easy to understand.
And again, huge shout out to our sponsors, Asus, Lenovo, Acer, HP, all of them for letting us do awesome things like this.
Yes.
Giving us, the amazing hardware and showcasing that stuff. And then of course Intel for the opportunity to actually be here and try exciting new formats like this to see how people react and get to enjoy stuff like this, which is also pretty cool.
It's super cool.
And the communities, like looking at the chats across all the communities, seem like they're really enjoying this. And honestly, it's a great way to get to showcase a brand new game. Oh, Jericho. Okay, let's jump over to Jericho's stream real quick. Level 6. He's getting that wanted up now. See what it is? He's not quite at level 6.
Go for it, Jericho.
So he's trying to see Death Trooper Squad, seeing if he could do the Death Trooper Squad, because that would have given him the W if he would have against Lulu, right?
Yep.
Because Sabak still took some time. This could have very well been an 80-point win if he would have been able to pull this off.
Wow.
And again, he's trying to make the Imperials mad. And he hasn't. Oh, okay. So he's just killing them all. There are he's doing the Rebel
Just
Alliance
taking
a
'em
solid
out.
right now.
Yep. I know Kay in this game says she's not Rebel Alliance, but
Yeah.
she's
a
helpful.
smuggler with a heart
Right.
of gold. That's just the way that she kind of is, right? For sure. So again, it's cool. Now, Astacross still working on finishing out his mission. I gotta say, you know what? It's like when let's look at the total level right now. I know that we have our winner for our gold match, but time-wise, we're 9 minutes in. When you look at where Astacross is in this mission, this can be a long one. So the whole thing is that what he has to do now is he basically has to sneak and get some data. And when he does that, he actually discovers another kind of mission where he has to sneak out what's essentially ahead. And in doing so this can be quite long.
Okay.
And the other thing too is there's a lot of points to fail, so it'll be really interesting. Now again, do I feel like he's going to lose? Probably not, but this mission may be something he doesn't complete before the actual end of the round.
I am in my heart hoping that Noisy Butters does a complete 180 and just starts racking up points out of nowhere right now. Like a full comeback story would be so amazing.
It would be super interesting to see how he reacted if she started doing something like that. Sat down, again, all she'd have to do is win a couple rounds of Sabak, and she could actually pull out a W for her community if she wanted to.
Although I feel like she hasn't been going very Sabak with her playthrough, so she wanted to keep with her play style and just complete some side missions, complete some main story missions, do a little Nyx pickpocketing while she's at it, or she said she's all about Nyx, do some Nyx feedings.
Yep. Those are all things that she could absolutely do. Now, the interesting thing about, and this is funny because I did the same thing, Astacross is just trying to figure out how to get out of the ship. And I had the same problem in this mission where you have to go off to a side area and then drop out of the smuggler's hatch to be able to go in there. And now he's officially in the mission. And guys, this base is huge. So this is going to take him some time.
Probably the entire rest of the time we have today.
Oh, for sure. And again, he's gonna like this is not something where you're going to where you can steal. Now, where you can't sneak. You do. Where you can't just run and gun.
He just did a steal though, so getting a quick one-pointer
Yeah,
in
there we
while
go.
you're
Getting that
here
little
is
quick
great.
one-pointer with the steal. No, Nick's is
let's
still
see.
trying to steal.
Yeah.
He's just chasing him. He's like, Nix
That's
can't get him. Nix, get over there. Get him, Nix.
They're walking too fast for Nix.
And like,
That's
he's
so
like,
funny.
That's so funny. He couldn't even get the steal. He never got it.
Aw, at least it was a good distraction. Well done, Nix.
Now here's the deal. He cannot raise the alarm. That is one of the.
He's got it. Yeah.
He cannot.
Can
So
you
if-
disable the alarm in this section?
You can, but if it goes off, and so the other two is one of the things that Nix can do is Nix can actually disable alarms.
Way
So,
to go, buddy.
But you have to be near them. Okay, so here we are, Death Trooper Squad.
Death Trooper Squad.
Jericho is trying to prove, he's like, I may not have won, but I'm going for the Death Trooper Squad, which is, you can see the marker way out there. So he's got to go to the marker and actually defeat these guys. So this is going to be interesting. Now, it can take a ton of time, but again, still with 9 minutes or 8 minutes or whatever they have left, he could see, he's going to see,
Yes.
could he have actually won?
Maybe.
You know, because this would have been 80 points.
If he did it during a
If he
hype
did it
train.
during a hype train. Oh, okay. And you know what? Honestly, Astacross has just decided I'm going to kill people.
Yep. Who cares about that alarm?
Yeah. If the alarm is getting ready to turn on, he's got to kill it before. Oh, he got it before the alarm got turned on.
Do it. Take out that alarm. No, turn around. Take out the alarm.
He did. He got the alarm off.
Okay.
Okay, so he's now hiding. He seems like he's in good bet. If the alarm goes on,
Hell yeah, brother.
if the alarm doesn't go off, he's still able to progress. So that was, he got through a lot very quickly just by being able to defeat that stormtrooper at the very end. Now he's got to ride this turbo lift up after he steals that.
I also appreciate that Astacross's in-game face is like a slight smirk. It's like a slight smile.
Yep. He just has, and this is, I will tell you, this was like a little bit of a harder one. He's just got to stay on the turbo lift.
I feel like we're in the right spot. Huh?
Just stay on it, right?
Now, how are we doing with Jericho and the Death Troopers? Like, what's going on there?
Oh, drive.
He's still trying to get over to him.
Okay.
And these Death Troopers are, okay, here he is. So here they are. There's the Death Troopers. He's got to kill all of them.
Go.
And these guys,
Oh, no.
these guys are not easy.
Yeah, so that concentration mechanic, or where the when she's under pressure and you can hit multiple
Does not kill
targets
them.
at once, it will not one-shot them.
No, it will not. They are, and they.
Oh!
Look at his face. He's like, okay.
Well, you know what? That's got to make him feel a little bit better, though, about the look how easily I could have just come in here and got 80 points. It is really not that easy.
No, it is not. And I do have to admit, I do love the headband. Like the fact that he's like, I'm a maniac who just got killed.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so let's see. Astacross still pulls. Okay, so
Gotta
this is so
respect the
funny.
commitment.
This is reminding me of my gameplay where I was doing the same thing, where I was trying to figure out how to get
Do
the
you have
turbo.
to stand on it and
You
have
have to
Nick
stand and
activate
shoot.
it?
You have to stand and
Oh,
shoot it. If he
shoot
shoots
it.
it, it'll actually go. There it goes. Okay, there it is.
okay,
Oh, I guess you can jump too.
Okay.
Okay, so he's now up to the second level. Now he's going to the tie. It's kind of like a tie hanger.
Oh,
And he has
okay.
to sneak around and get to the opposite side of this tie hanger. So there's still quite a bit in here. Let's go to the global thing and take a look at where we are from a mission standpoint. From a scoring standpoint, and where we are from a time left. Because I think we got to be getting pretty close to.
We do, yes.
Yeah, there it is. 3 minutes
3
left.
minutes left.
Because again, remember we did win. We did win on that other one.
And you did say that the mission that Astacross is currently in was a very long mission, and it was doubtful that it would be able to be completed in the time we had left.
Correct. Yeah. So again, 3 minutes left. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull it off, but right now, when you look at this, I don't see it something where he's going to have to worry about potentially losing here or anything like that for sure. So I feel like he's in a really solid spot still. Because it doesn't feel like Noisy is going to change her.
No, it doesn't.
Change her
As
strategy.
much as I wanted the comeback story today, it does not feel like we're going to get that. It feels like she definitely let us know what her plans were before we started.
Yeah, she's like, I'm taking off all pressure.
Yeah.
She's like, I know our lives are competitive already. I'm taking off all pressure, and I'm just going to let you guys enjoy it. Now, she could actually play one game of Sabak. Can we get a official health score? Because the other thing too is he less than 80 points. Like, is on if she played one game of Sabak, could she still win?
Terminal, or is this the terminal?
We're gonna find out here why he's basically
Let's
playing through
see.
this. Okay, so one steal and a game of Sabak, and she would still win. Because he's 77 and she's 98. I mean, yeah, sorry.
97 and 78.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, she could, and with the time we have left, Sabak is an option.
A Sabak and a pickpocket would
A
do it.
Sabak and a pickpocket could win. So yeah, we still have some solid options here, guys. It is not entirely over, though. I don't see Noisy. Noisy just feels like she's like, yeah, I'm not going for it here.
She's just enjoying her time in Star Wars Outlaws, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And you've spent 2 hours, right? You've spent 2 hours in the
Yeah.
game, right? Like it's definitely a game that you can have a lot of fun with, right?
Oh,
and there is
yes.
a lot to do in this game. Just go punch him. There you go. Oh, we got a lot of people.
No.
Oh, he's got more people.
Lots of people are mad, and there's only 1 minute left.
Yeah, 1 minute left, and we got a lot of people who are angry. Oh, and he killed the droid.
And then now the droids
I
don't
didn't
come
even know
after
you could kill the droid.
Yeah, they're not aggro.
Oh
Those
man,
droids are just
poor
doing
droid.
their business.
It was just doing its job.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, and let's just take a look here. Let's see what Noisy Butters is kind of up to. Just figuring out her last little bit.
She's
She's just laughing. You know, she's chilling in there. Did she? She's near the Sabak table. That's what made me think maybe she might go for like a. Oh, she's trying to complete an intel mission. Okay,
Okay.
so that's where she's kind of at right now. Okay, and we have just at 1 minute left. The game is just about to wrap. We got 10 seconds. Let's go to the
seconds.
follow round.
Come on, complete that intel mission. Find a person, Noisy Butters. Do
Oh, I
it.
don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh no. So close.
And there, I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, let's go to the showing the
Wow.
final game there, because it should be over now. And
Oh
there
my
it is.
goodness.
Astacross beating Noisy Butters and Lulu Lovely beating Jericho, with Astacross unlocking a 14700K for his community plus an Intel swag kit,
Yes.
and Lulu Lovely unlocking that swag kit plus. Oh, sorry, no, I'm sorry. Astacross did not unlock the swag kit. Lulu Lovely unlocking that swag kit for her community and a 14900K, and Jericho unlocking the swag kit.
Yes.
So which is
And then Astacross has the 14700.
correct. Yes,
give
but
away.
no
Beautiful.
Intel swag kit on this one. So again, very, very cool. And every one of those, Lulu Lovely giving away that beautiful Lenovo Legion Pros
Yay.
5i, Astacross that Asus RG Strix G16, Butters with that Acer Predator Helios Neo 16, and Jericho with that HP Omen 16-inch, guys.
Oh my goodness.
And that is it.
Go win some gaming laptops, my friends.
That is it.
Ah!
We have seen it. Intel Plays Rumbles has come to a close, and we have seen our winners, and we finally got our first KO.
We did. We finally got our first KO. I don't know. Do we have time to talk to our winners?
Oh,
I know we're.
Absolutely, and I think are we going to start with? I'm just waiting to find out. Are we going to start with Astacross? Or are we going to start with Lulu Lovely? Okay, so starting it off with Lulu.
Lulu!
We're going to bring Lulu into the fold right now.
Oh my gosh, Lulu.
Lulu, your community coming in hot with the hype train, and then what did you think? I don't know if she knows that.
I don't know if she can hear us.
I don't know if she knows if we're interviewing.
But
her.
honestly, Lulu's victory was not just Lulu's victory. It was Lulu's victory and Lulu's community's victory. They worked together, something fierce to pull that out, and it was awesome.
Yeah, and then it'd be cool. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to Lulu, and we'll get a chance to talk to Astacross as well. And then right here at twitch.tv/Intel, we are giving away that beautiful 14900K as well. So again, prizes being given across the board. So if you're here, make sure you enter to win. Again, that's open to
So
US,
many
Canada, and Mexico.
giveaways.
So that's happening. And then again, they're going to be doing their giveaways on the individual channels as well, which would be super awesome. And then we're just waiting to hear when we can talk to our winners and do that interview.
Yes.
And kind of finish it out. So you've now been through a full round of Intel Plays Rumbles. What did you think?
Oh my gosh, I love it. As someone that does predominantly play single player games, having the ability to bring in friends on that experience and have your solo experience, but with other people in a competitive way, I think is really, really fun. And I love the fight graphics. I think that was an awesome addition to help people see exactly which fighter is in the lead at any given moment. So Intel Plays Rumble, I would say a smashing success.
And then what, like, now that you've seen the competitors, who do you feel like had the best strategy all in? We know we saw Lulu finally take down, we talked Jericho with less than, still almost half the time left.
Yeah.
But like all in all, did you feel like anybody strategized more than other based on what you saw?
You know, I think between last week and this week, both times I felt really strong about Jericho's strategy going in. But sometimes things don't work out as we plan. So I'm someone that likes to make a lot of plans myself, and it doesn't always work out in our favor. But strategy-wise, I really was rooting for Jericho on that one. But honestly, Lulu's community brought it.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree. I think Lulu's community actually did. She ended up getting with a level 10 hype train there at the end. They kept it through multiple rounds of sabak, and all in all,
That's wild.
it paid off, and
It's
that was
wild.
awesome to see them using that key. Sorry, say that one more time.
Lulu might be ready.
Oh,
is what
Lulu
we're
might
hearing.
be ready. Okay,
Yeah,
let's.
sorry, I was locked into a gunfight. I didn't even know it was over.
Well, it's really funny because we started talking to you, and I was like, yeah, I don't think she has any
No.
idea we're actually talking to her
She's
right
in
now.
the zone.
And you had the focus. I mean, you had that look. Okay, so, man, huge W to your community on that one right there for keeping the hype train going the entire time. Are they going to make you a Sabak Queen badge? Like, my gosh, you won so many games of Sabak.
Yeah, and I kind of kept on playing too afterwards because I just like wasn't losing. I played until I lost. I had some really close rounds. And yeah, they just kept the hype train going. I won't lie, I watched a tutorial on Sabak before this.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, but that's a strategy, right? Like, that's a strategy, right? Like, going in there, it's funny because we talked about that. That's why we put it in there. We wanted to have something that, like, there is some RNG there. There was a couple times where it kind of failed you, but for the most part, it ended up paying off as a good strategy. And honestly, it was really funny watching Jericho's community react to every time you won. And he was like, uh-oh. And it was, they were going back and forth. Were you a little worried about fighting Jericho in that round?
I mean, I saw him put on the sweatband, but I did tell him it wasn't going to help.
Oh, so there was some smack talking.
I don't know.
There was some psyching out going on behind the scenes. I love that.
Yeah.
Had to redeem myself from Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So.
You certainly did. Now, Lulu, did you and your community strategize this? Were you like, look, here's the deal. We're going to get the hype train in round 2 while I'm playing Sabak, and we're going to take this whole thing. Was that planned?
Yeah, I told him like I probably wouldn't need it. Well, like I didn't know if I was gonna need it round 1, so I was just had to play it by ear. And then for round 2, I like had them start it when I had a winning hand and before I went to my next turn. But then I wound up losing that game after the hype train started.
Yep.
And then just like kept it up, and I got like 3 like back-to-back wins, pretty much. So it just worked out.
Well, I want to say it was really cool. What did you think about being the first person to actually do a KO in Intel Plays Rumble? We went Elden Ring all the time, no KO even in round 1 of the last one. You were the first. Like, I mean, how does it feel to be like the big W, right? Sigma right there.
No, it felt good. I saw that I was really close to getting him fully down. So then that's why I was like, I was gonna keep playing Sabak. If I get one more win, he's fully done. But yeah, no, it feels good.
That's awesome.
Sorry, Jericho.
That's and the best thing is that in the end, even though you win, your community wins best. So huge shout out, congratulations to your community. They've unlocked a 14900K. They've unlocked that beautiful Lenovo Legion Pro 5i giveaway, as well as a Intel swag kit. So we'll let you get back to giving your community reaping their rewards, all the goods, and we will.
I think we're bringing everyone in at this
everyone
point.
in. Oh, I didn't know that.
Let's
They're
bring
just
everybody
changing everything
in.
on me. Okay, so we're gonna bring everybody in.
It's surprises for everyone.
It's surprises for everyone. There is Jericho with the sweatband that did not help. But at the same time,
it might have helped with some sweat.
It's very warm in my room. I actually needed it. So, but I did put it on to be better. I was not better, but I need it, and I needed it. Yeah.
So, Jericho, you were the only person to actually try the Death Squad. Like, you did it afterwards. You'd already gotten the L on that one. But what did you think of actually trying to beat the Death Troopers?
If I had known that it was as easy as it was going to be, then I would have just done it off the rip. But yeah, I mean, I kind of just at the end, I just threw myself at him and I died, and I was like, okay. But yeah, it's a lot of standing around, so I didn't think that would be like good content. So I'm happy with. I did a little bit of everything. I didn't win, but I did well.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for doing that.
Well.
Yeah, you did that. You did very well. And then Astacross, there it is. Even though you didn't get the gold champion round this time, you did end up winning the 14,700K for your community. What was going through your head? You ended up with that really long story mission there at the very end.
Yeah. I was just one quest leading into another, and so I just kept following the trail there.
I didn't know, Astacross, if you were intentionally having a little bit of a more relaxed round, since Noisy told you at the beginning that like, hey, I'm just having fun. Don't worry about it.
Well, we were trying to unlock the card game, and I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do the quest right now.
Well, I have to say, there was plenty of sabak in this round of Intel Plays Rumble. There was a lot of sabak going on. Jericho was going for like the last minute sabak win. But Noisy, your community probably just had a lot of fun just watching and getting to see so much about Star Wars Outlaws. What did they think of the format, though? Even though you weren't really kind of competing, did they enjoy what they were getting to be a part of?
Absolutely. Everybody was definitely taking in all the characters we were walking by. Everybody said, is that a Roomba, the little vacuum guy in the parlor? And of course, I'm like, yeah, let's go take a look. Like, wasn't really earning very many points, but still having a good time, just taking in the scenery.
Having a great time. And Noisy Butters, I have to say, your enthusiasm is infectious. So it was very fun every time we tuned into your stream just to see you laughing and having a great time. It was lovely. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I will say, we were strategizing, though. There was one point in time you were right next to the sabak table. Astacross was stuck in that very long mission, and I was like, dude, if she plays one round of sabak and does one steal, she could actually steal the win from Astacross, and that would have been this.
I was there?
You were there. You were right
there.
next to it.
And Noisy Butters, you said you were such a Nyx fan. I was like, is she just going to feed Nyx?
Yeah.
Maybe she'll just feed Nyx a whole bunch of times for the win.
Yeah,
it could happen.
I wish.
It still could have happened. Well, I want to say to all of you guys, and I want to let you guys get back to your communities. Huge shout out to you guys for letting us use you as the guinea pigs for this brand new format called Intel Plays Rumble, for being such amazing sports. I mean, again, so much stuff that kind of goes into running a show like this, and you guys just being a part of it. You guys were so much fun. Every one of you, great competitors. Noisy, you were infectiously entertaining. Lulu, I just know that like things were pins and needles, but you were fierce with your win there. Jericho, for honestly like being the strategist that never paid off. You were like always a bridesmaid, never a bride for that one. And then Astacross, I mean, literally fighting a storm, but still beating that win in Elden Ring and all that sort of stuff. Every one of you brought a very, very special bit of magic, and you were very entertaining. And again, huge shout out and congratulations to each of your communities for winning that Lenovo Legion Pro 5i, that ROG Strix G16, that Acer Predator Helios Neo 16, and that HP Omen 16. Thank you so much, guys. Go give your winnings to your community, and we will hopefully see you on another episode of Intel Plays Rumble.
Yes.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one, everybody.
Bye. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Intel Plays Rumble. Again,
That was so much fun.
it goes by so fast.
It really does. 2 rounds is not enough. When are we going to get to see an Intel Plays Rumble like marathon
Well,
day?
you guys, if you love this format, then let them know. Tweet them at Intel Gaming and let them know that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much to literally so many people who tuned in, so many people who got to enjoy this. Again, huge shout out again to Lenovo, Acer, HP, and Asus for helping put together something so amazing. And then a huge shout out to Intel, of course, for doing this, and the amazing production crew that we have
That's what
here.
I was going to say. We have to huge shout out the whole team that made this stream possible, because there are so many people off camera right now working their buns off to make this show really fun. So thanks to all of you. It was awesome.
And then again, Josh was right there with us, showing the amazing communities and their streamers who were there as well. Astacross, Lulu Lovely, Noisy Butters, and Jericho for being such amazing sports and letting us try out something so awesome. Guys, do not forget, this is not the end of Intel Gamer Days.
No, it is not.
No.
Intel Gamer Days goes till September 15th, and you can score a great deal on lots of Intel products, from CPUs to gaming laptops to gaming desktops, and so much more. So check out the great deals, and of course, please support your favorite streamers.
And there you go. And all you want to do, get out all the information, head over to discord.gg/Intel. Amazing place to get all of the information about the things that are happening with Intel Gamer Days, on top of just talking to other like-minded tech and PC and gaming enthusiasts. You know what? You might just make a friend, and friends are good. Trish is my friend.
Friends are good,
Friends are
especially
good.
other friends that like PC gaming.
Exactly. So yeah, head over there to find out all of the other stuff. Sign up for the other amazing things. If you guys want to see more programming here at twitch.tv/Intel or youtube.com/Intel Gaming, I think Intel Gaming, I might be wrong, Intel. You can go ahead and head on over to there. We're going to be back on Friday with Intel Live. We're going to be talking to the fine folks over at CyberPower, and we're going to be showing off an amazing system that you could actually pick up as part of Intel Gaming. So youtube.com/Intel Gaming.
Yes.
I'm sorry if I messed that up, but you can check out the awesome stuff from CyberPower and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. That's it for us.
Yes.
Trisha, if people want to see you, where do they go if they want to see more?
If people want to find my stuff online, I'm on Twitch and YouTube /Trisha Hirschberger, or on all the other places at That Girl Trish with no I in the girl. But yeah, I love to talk about gaming tech, and I play games on the regular, so come on by. And Roby,
Yeah, well, you can
You
always...
are the man, my friend.
I'm all over the place, but again, make sure that you just tune into me. Most of the time, twitch.tv/Intel or twitch.tv/RobyTech.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, that is it for us. We are going to let you have an amazing rest of your week, and we will see you more on Intel Gamer Days.
Woo.
Thanks, guys.
bye.
feeling anxious. I've been really taking my time. Got me wanna leave you. Calling you my Valentine, 'cause it's all for you.